There we go.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's been a weird week.
Oh, isn't it just a glorious week where all kinds of clusterfucky shit happens?
It's been such a weird week.
It's been great.
That I think we're barely going to be able to talk about the balloon. Because the balloon, remember, like,
oh yeah, there was a balloon.
There was a balloon, but then there's been all kinds of other stuff that's happened.
You know what's mysteriously disappeared ever since the balloon came about?
What? Stories about the balloon?
No, you know the classified document story completely vanished?
Oh yeah, that completely...
I wonder why.
Period. That balloon story was some BS. I have a couple things about the balloon. But one thing that's, of course, been a massive news story in this space, we've talked about it before, is what the hell is going on
Tim Pool said some weird shit.
Grifter Eliza Blue, and then the other day on Tim's show, he kind of had a weird meltdown
He had a G4
against his viewers. Yeah, and here's the thing, as everybody probably knows, I went on with on Tim's show back in November. I like Tim, but I don't understand what's going on here. I truly don't get it. I don't get... I do get that Tim doesn't like being told what to do. So he doesn't want to talk about this story because he doesn't want to talk about it because people are telling him to talk about it. I do get that to a certain degree. But at this point, it's gotten insane, right? And the way he finally addressed it the other night was weird, right?
Made no sense.
Not right. Not the right way to handle things. So, and I've been very activated, I would say, by the Eliza Blue story because my friends or people who I'm friendly with are the people who have caught the brunt of it and who have been punished and who have been hurt by this woman's lies and her connections at Twitter and at YouTube. And that's enough to make me mad and want to talk about it because when people screw with my internet friends, I don't like that very much. No, sir, I don't like it at all. Well, whatever. Like, people should have a little bit of... I think it's totally normal to have a little bit of camaraderie with people who do the same thing as you and in the same space and you have the same problem. And it is a story. It's a major story. It's not just drama because people are being silenced. And I mean, of course, it's going to be a Streisand effect when you try to shut down everything. We talked about it last week or the week before about some of the information on Eliza Blue more specifically. And I was on a couple days ago with Adam and Sitch on the Sunday show to talk about it with them because Sitch has done a lot of work to look into this. And that stream, they talked about it again last night, which I was on for a bit of, but I also did a monarchy debate with them with Adam last night that I don't think really went anywhere, but it was fine.
You did well, apparently.
Well, I mean, nothing went anywhere. That was what I was about expecting, but everything's cool and stuff. If you want to check it out, it's up on their channel. But yeah, Sitch clearly looked into this a lot. So the stream that they did on Sunday has a lot of the information. And but here's the thing now, there's just countless and countless streams and videos now that are coming out because streams are easier to do faster to get the information out than it is to do, an edited documentary. But it sounds like Fair and Balanced is working on a documentary. I think Blair White has put out an excellent video yesterday, or was it today? One or the other about it, where she goes over a lot of the important information. Mm-hmm. The TLDR of the situation is that there's this woman, Eliza Blue, who appears to be a massive grifter and probably a liar, who got the attention of Elon Musk before that.
It's not a surprise she's a female.
Right. Well, she got the attention of Elon Musk to get rid of CP on Twitter. She claimed publicly that all the CP was gone, but there's some apparently independent reports that say it's worse now than ever, which is not great. But her whole claim is that she's a survivor of human trafficking, but she can't go into any details about her story, and all of the details have unraveled, and it looks like she's probably lied about the whole thing. But now anyone who questions her, anybody who talks about her on or posts screenshots of music videos that she was paid to be in has been banned from Twitter. Brittany Venti's been suspended for nearly 3 weeks from Twitter now because of this. And for the last 3 weeks, because Tim had Eliza Blue on in January to talk about her allegedly maybe suing Andrew Tate and representing a bunch of survivors of Andrew Tate, and then he had her on one time previous before that, people wanted Tim to say something about it. I don't think people wanted Tim to say stuff because they want to own him or something. I think it's because it is obviously an important issue when it comes to the subject of free speech, right? This woman somehow has the power to get people yeeted off the internet based on a story with no corroborating evidence.
Yeah, there's no legs.
You know, and Tim also set out one of his reporters, Shane Cashman. Now, when he talked about it a couple weeks ago, he said he sent Shane Cashman out to look into her story. But then on this show, when just the other day when Tim talked about it, he said he told Shane not to go because Eliza Blue is a nobody. And why would anybody care? So it's a little bit contradictory.
To say the least.
And this was just, yeah, and this blow up the other night was just,
insane.
Again, I like Tim. I just don't understand. I really don't get it. Why are people either defending this woman or seemingly intentionally avoiding talking about her? When it is a big story, it's not drama. People are being silenced for this. And I mean, normally Tim would be the first person to talk about people being silenced from Twitter. But for some reason, he doesn't want to talk about this one. And I find it weird. I'm not going to be one of those people, like, you know, everyone's saying, of course, that she's banging Elon. I've made that joke too. I'm not going to say she's banging Tim or some shit like that. But it's weird that so many people, and mainstream conservatives won't talk about it either. The one outlet that has published an article about her, which I have up here, but I don't really think there's any reason for us to go over it. Everyone's talked to death. You can read the article here, I'll post it. But it's the Daily Beast. It's a left-wing outlet. If you want to know any of the details, a whole lot of it is in this. This is an extremely actually well-written story, which is astonishing for the Daily Beast in general. But also, they're the only mainstream outlet that's really talked about this for the most part.
I think it's because they're left wing. They probably can.
Right, I guess so.
Because anyone from the right is like, oh my god, you're somehow a racist or sexist or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Instant irrelevant words that make lefties' ears and mouths and general behavior seem erratic and weird. Right,
and it does, as Zach Ford brings up in the chat, he also didn't at all discuss the Jack Murphy situation. But I think look, the Jack Murphy thing was embarrassing, right? Jack was a bit of a grifter, was a grifter who was selling masculinity. Yeah, I'll tell you how to be a man. I'll tell you how to, be masculine. And it turned out that he was into all this weird cock stuff, right?
You know what's really masculine? Busting a nut on your wife's face and then pissing all over her in front of the garden.
I mean, that's according to him, yeah.
Yeah.
According to Jack Murphy. But I can at least kind of understand why Tim would consider that drama, because even though I think that that's a major flaw of integrity, and
on Tim's part or Jack's?
On Jack's.
Okay.
On Jack going around saying, like, I'm going to tell you how to be a man. Meanwhile, he's got pussy hooks in his wife and sending her off to get fucked by Matt from Tinder. Yeah, but I mean, all Jack Murphy had to say, by the way, is, yeah, that's from like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Some of it was, like years ago. But whatever, that was like a couple years ago. I've changed. I realized the error of my ways. I've changed. I'm a different person. And it would have been fun.
I've had too many things up my ass for one lifetime. I've now changed.
But for real, most people would have been like,
that's something I'm going to get clipped for saying.
But most people would kind of have been like, whatever. And with Eliza Blue, even more so. If she had said, yeah, after I was trafficked, I got into other forms of sex work. So I was a prostitute. I mean, she said we didn't have the words for it when talking to another woman who had done prostitution. She's in a clip. She's obviously been in these music videos produced by World Star Hip Hop, where she's shaking her ass on camera. She talks about turning down. One time she turned down over $100,000 for sex, implying there were other times, right? If she just came out and said, like, yeah, after I was sex trafficked, I got involved in sex work and other varieties, and I'm ashamed of that now, and I'm a Christian, and I
don't quite believe that, actually.
Which?
The fact that she was paid for sex.
Well, that's what she claims, right?
Yeah.
Well, she
$100,000, that's fucking steep.
It was like $150,000.
Yeah, that's bollocks. No one's going to pay to fuck you for $100,000, honey.
I don't think so, but that was her claim. And
you'd be lucky to get
bragging
10.
about it. When she was bragging about it with her black scent on, because she's had 5 different personalities over the course of
her vagina years. Winks at you in that video. God damn, the crowd is rough.
Well, all she really had to do was say, yep, I did a bunch of things that I'm not proud of, and it's not who I am anymore. I mean, like, you know, the World Star Hip Hop video was from 6 years ago. The things that she's really in trouble for now is not the sex stuff, right? It's
no
her
one gives a
going
shit
on
about that
Lash.
anymore.
Well, not again, because the rabbit hole keeps going deeper. Because now what it's been, the big, like, what the hell is, it's her appearance on Liberty Hangout saying that if a child wants to have sex with an adult, then the community should come together with the parents and the teachers and priests and decide if the child is mature enough to have sex with an adult. Yeah. People don't like that at all, and it's in her perfect ANCAP utopia. Woo lad. Yeah, that's the one that's getting her in trouble now, which is far, because that one, that's when you're out here saying that you're an advocate for victims of human trafficking.
And people say this is ANCAP ideology. Like, bitch, that has nothing to do with ANCAP ideology. Get the fuck out.
Right. I mean, it's a parody of ANCAP stuff. So that was just like a year and a half ago, though. So there's no, it's a lot harder, and that's after she's become an advocate and a public figure. So that one's a little bit harder to disavow, right? But clearly, ever since this first came out, when Brittany Venti got banned and the recording got banned 3 weeks ago, Tim's chat has been flooded with people asking him to talk about it, and he's refused. He finally talked about it 2 days ago, and it wasn't a great response. So shall we watch it?
Can I just point out I'm going to point out a conspiracy theory.
Okay. I'll put my tinfoil beanie on.
Yeah. Yeah, ironically, it does involve Tim. There's a part of me that thinks that's a business model.
What?
What he does. Because it's a genius business model. Yes, it's a genius business model to bring someone on your show. Don't vet them all that well. Or maybe you do, actually, and you feign a bit of ignorance. Platform them because they're going to get more eyeballs, sorry. And then it makes the rounds. And then after a couple of weeks, a whole bunch of people, after they do some insane shit or they have a shady pass that comes up, everyone is on your fucking show, spamming you super chats, getting you to talk about it because they want to know what the hell you say. And you just address nothing, you just sit there in silence. That's a brilliant business model.
Well, hang on, because he's losing subs.
Yeah, but he's made a crap load in super chats.
Yeah, but he says he's not. So we're gonna get into it here. He says he's not lost any money, in memberships, right? But let's look at the Social Blade Hero. Yeah, well, it hasn't gone down again. He lost 10,000 on the night that it happened. And
yeah, I meant to say eyeballs, not eyebrows. I don't know why I said eyebrows.
It hasn't gone down again yesterday, but on Tuesday.
He certainly does raise eyebrows with this fucking reaction.
Well, no, today's Wednesday, so actually probably it's live, so maybe the Social Blade stuff just hasn't gone through yet. So it's sitting at 1,440,000, but he lost 10,000, which is not a whole lot when you've got 1.44 million subscribers.
No, but I think what does piss him off is that Jeremy overtook him because of that.
Did he?
Yeah, and Jeremy's now ahead. Like, there's this constant war with Jeremy's like, I must take Tim ahead. I'm like, please do.
Tim's has multiple channels.
Yes, but and I think Jeremy's got 2 at least. He's got that, the quartering, then he's got another one where he does politics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, Hasselhoff, that was another issue, is that in her interview with Michael Malice, as Hasselhoff says, Eliza Blue equated her image being used as a profile pic on Twitter as human trafficking, makes all her claims suspect, echoes of Herd charity pledge. Yeah, exactly. Well, there's so many of those.
Whoa.
With the, Trigger Tree.
I don't even know who that is.
Thank you. Trigger Tree for $50. Wow, thank you, man. Says, thanks for the content, Aiden. I have been extremely depressed for 3 years, and online content has helped me. Yeah, it says the same for me. I'm glad that it helps. But this whole thing has hurt me. I'm not sure how much longer I will be alive. I'm disappointed in Tim, but all this is too much for me. Whoa,
Nah, come on. If you're gonna off yourself, don't do it for Tim.
Oh, for that for sure. But also, if you need somebody to talk to at all, we do have a community here. Obviously, there's a Discord link in the description, and I'll repost it here now.
We will make you laugh with all kinds of inappropriate things.
Where, there are people around who will be willing to help you for sure. Don't do anything rash or anything like that, okay? My dude, thank you for the super chat, but it's gonna be okay.
Bit bittersweet now.
Here's a link to the Discord. I'll pin that. That should work.
Why is his background different?
What, Tim's background?
No, the super chat.
Oh, I think it's because of the amount of money.
Oh, is it?
Thank you again. Yeah.
'Cause,
It's because it's their first super chat, so that's why it's got
Oh,
the
okay, I was gonna
balloons
say.
and stuff. Thank you, man. But it'll be okay. I know that it doesn't always seem that way, but come hang out with us and fuck around, you know?
And find out.
Kizza, member for 1 month. Thank you, Kizza. Says, you all have fun. I need to sleep for work. Maybe I could join you both to do a Sunday stream. Good night, and I'll take care. Take care, and remember all. Rule Britannia, and my niece is the cutest of them all. Yes, of course, as we all know, because his niece is the cutest. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if we'll do anything on Sunday. It depends. There's a lot to talk about tonight. This thing with Tim, though, as you did say, it is like depressing to see it happen, but don't let Tim get you down like that. Because I don't know what's up. I know that Tim doesn't like being told what to do, and I think that's probably the vast majority of it.
Do you know what?
Doesn't like being told what to do.
You know, my overall take on this thing is, this is gonna matter fuck all in about 3 days.
I mean, but probably not.
Remember when PewDiePie said the N-word, or the shit where they had with the Wall Street Journal? It was like a week. And people went, oh my goodness, I'm so outraged and disgusted. I am no longer going to watch PewDiePie.
Well,
then a couple of days, and then his views went up. Like, no one gives a shit about this kind of stuff. Like,
he lost his TV show.
Yes.
His show he made for bread.
Yes, and then he became one of the biggest YouTubers in the world.
He has never stopped being it, besides
exactly. Yes. So my point of it is, I think it's because of the reason why I don't think this kind of shit sticks for a while is because the news cycle is so continuous and we have no attention span whatsoever fucking ever that this will be the flavor of the moment for like 2 or 3 days. The next stupid thing's going to come along and we're all going to pay attention to that, and that's just going to be it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it happens in cycles every fucking time.
There are some people, though, where there is a bridge too far, and I think most often when I have seen that happen on YouTube, it's because people turn on their fan. It's like, it's really, because look, fans can you know, drop you like, you know, a hot potato because they're mad at some little thing you did.
Let's ask Dev in 2 months.
But they're also the ones who will stick by you. If you insult your fans, Dev's not been insulting his fans again, has he?
That's the alienation of fans with like the audience capture thing.
Yeah, that was a while ago though, and it didn't have an effect. So he wasn't rude about it. You know, I don't think he was overtly rude. He was just like, I don't want to talk.
Right winger.
Yeah,
I'm just taking shots. Like Dev has actually been like extremely nice to me. Actually, he can actually hold a conversation. I'll give Dev credit where credit is due.
I was gonna say, Dev's always nice to
Dev's actually pretty cool. Yeah,
Dev's a cool guy. But so the only time I've seen people generally really fall from YouTube is a sex scandal, or generally speaking, or I mean, like it has, and usually it has to be like a major sex scandal even, and or fighting with your fans. That's pretty much it. It's like telling your fans that you don't want them around anymore. It's a good way to get them to leave, which is what Tim did here. So
I will never do that to you guys unless you say some stupid shit.
Vosh insults his fans and gets views, right? It says a Dutchman. Yeah, but that's like Vosh's thing, is that he's...
Vosh's fans like to be self-flatulated.
I am smarter than everybody, yeah, even though he's a complete moron.
Yeah, he thinks he's smarter than Thomas Sowell.
Obviously, he thinks he's smarter than everyone. Did you see that AOC adopted his favorite term and doesn't know what it means? Stochastic terrorism?
Stochastic terrorism, yeah.
Yeah, I got it in the show notes because it's just like, she defines stochastic terrorism and it's like, that's not, you keep using that word. Does that mean when, I don't think it means
she
what
can
you think
barely
it means.
speak anything. I mean,
I know.
This?
Moron. But let's see, she can figure that
I'm not Welsh, you asshole.
No, I am. Gary Thomas for 5 says, from what I hear, most of Tim's income is from subscriptions to his, no, you're a Dutchoid. Most of Tim's income is from subscriptions to his news site. He reportedly has 400,000 subs. Not that by $10 per month. It's a lot of money. Yeah. So.
Is Patricia's in the chat?
I don't know. Are we having something German to talk about today?
No, because I think if I were to honestly do my lineage, I think I'd be more German than anything else. If I'm being honest, yeah.
I just love German food.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite stuff.
Which wouldn't surprise me, because I have I wouldn't say fetish, but a strong yearning for order. Yeah, I probably am.
What did he mean by this?
I probably am German, no surprise.
God damn. Yeah, I cooked German food the other day.
True to Kaiser.
Bill said that like it's he's not that into it, not that impressed. I made
With you or
sour
German food in general? I can hear him in the background. What do you say?
I don't know if you heard Bill say that, but
damn
I'm not gonna repeat it though, because I don't think Susan would like that.
Oh, was it that
but
bad?
I made it. Yeah, I made sauerbraten, and I made a I made a mix of, I don't know if it's actually more, it would be more called like a semmelknödel or Kartoffelklasse, because I made it with.
I know something Kartoffeln is
Potato.
potatoes. Yes.
Yeah, so I made it with potatoes and fried bread that I soaked in milk, parsley, bacon, into a dumpling.
What about King Joffrey?
No, I'm talking about King Joffrey again.
You know what's the stupidest thing about that? When you did that, you apologized. That was the worst thing you should have done.
Well, because I did, it just came out of me, without me even, just first of all, I didn't understand why we were talking about a fictional character in a debate about monarchy, real monarchy, and I was just
but
like,
it was,
you know
it
what,
was,
we're just...
Yeah, but it's the fact that you apologized so quickly. That was maybe almost seemed inorganic.
Why do I want to get their channel in trouble? Because I absolutely, I'm the one who now accidentally dropped the F slur.
I will say it in the stream at some point.
Yeah. Oh, you're making spätzle and schnitzel with red cabbage? I've got some red cabbage to make rotkohl, which I want to do in a day or two. And I might make some spätzle too. I'm going to make Kesh spätzle. But yeah, with some Jarlsberg or something. Anywho.
Someone said in the chat, that was the most base thing that happened on that show.
Yeah, pretty much, it was funny though, because the chat was generally against, very against me, but then I just dropped, it was just yeah, Joffrey's a... And everyone was based. Shit.
Yeah, so see, there you go. Yeah. Someone called me Belgian. What the hell is wrong? Apparently, you're spreading anti-South African propaganda.
Yeah.
Are you?
I don't
Why?
think it's propaganda. It's just true. I mean, I just heard it. That I've never met a nice South African, and that's not bloody surprising, man.
Okay, so what am I then?
A bunch of ignorant loudmouths with no sense of humor.
Coming from an American, that doesn't really mean much.
I know.
All
right.
Amazon's here. Good people.
We'll watch Timmy. Which you can tell he doesn't like that either. He doesn't like getting called Tim. Timmy,
what,
I mean.
Timmy? So I shouldn't call him Timmy Boy?
I don't think he likes it. DRT is king for $5, says Quarter, and also has a third channel that he hosts with Count Dankula and Baron. Yep, the Incredible Salt Wine. It's very fun. It comes around less than the Kali Yuga. Yeah, they do. They did one the other day. Gary Thomas for 10, thank you, man, says, I used to like Tim too, but the repeated talks of civil war just got too much for me. Speaking of PewDiePie, I raised a drink to him becoming a new father. Yeah, I'm so, I was so happy to hear that the other day, because he and Marzia seemed like they didn't want to have kids, but I guess that they were just, waiting until they were settled down in Japan, which is, let's give it 07 in chat for PewDiePie becoming a dad, which is awesome. Good for Felix and Marzia. I love them. They're a very cute couple.
He's such a goofy dad.
No way, he's not. Exactly, right? Let's watch Tim's little tism. Yeah.
There you go.
Looks like we got some lot of drama comments. Let's start reading them. Jimbo says, so many came here to spread hate, not realizing their views and commentary help boost the algorithm for old Timmy Boy. You don't like it, watch something else. Otherwise, you're clowning yourselves. Well, I appreciate the super chat and appreciate.
I think you maybe have a point, because as soon as you said Timmy Boy, he's the meter instantly got downy.
Even though that comment is positive, him and anti Eliza Blue comments, anti-drama comment. Which again, I don't think it's drama. It's not drama. Calling it drama is being diminutive on purpose to try and
by the way, when I say down, I don't mean retarded. I mean downward mood. For that sounds offensive.
Appreciate it. And then I put up a poll. And I said, smash the like button if you don't trust Eliza Blue. And 89% said, I will like because I don't trust her. That means everybody...
This is such a juvenile tactic.
This was a really weird cope.
Yeah, okay. So, of course, it really does help, by the way, I'll just say it now as well. It really does help in the algorithm if you like the streams. You guys in the chat almost always... like it a lot, which is and make sure to remember to hit the like button, because it does actually really increase how YouTube deals with the video. So liking the stream is a big deal, and it helps the stream get to more people. But what a juvenile thing to do to be like, to encourage people to like, to say like, oh, well, if you like, then you're saying you don't trust Eliza Blue. And if you dislike the stream, then that means you're saying that you trust Eliza Blue. And it's just, again, it's very juvenile.
It is.
And it's this weird fighting with your audience that it's bizarre to me.
Everybody who smashed the thumbs down trusts Eliza Blue. All right, well, that was an interesting, it's 13,000 votes.
Oh, again, it's so childish.
It's interesting to see that so many people came here to support her by giving us a thumbs down.
By the way, the other thing is that John Rich is sitting across the table from it.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, who is how many like platinum country music albums does John Rich have? This guy's a country music superstar.
I don't know if he meant to say this on purpose, but to say people came here to give us a thumbs down, that doesn't make any sense, Tim. They're not there just a thumbs down. The framing of that sounds weird. I may be just very nitpicky right now.
It's just because he's trying to shame the people who thumbs down the stream as being fans of Eliza Blue, which is like
weird.
It feels like such a. It really does feel like a naughty boo boo. That's what you are, you know, like a little child, like it gets so childish, like
a little bit. Yeah.
That means that you're gay, you know. Like,
sounds like something I would do. Running for the funnies, yeah.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. A lot of people do support it. Scroats McGoat says, last night as a member, if Tim doesn't disavow Eliza tonight.
And over here, we'll see a Beanie Man spurg with rage.
Get the out, Scroats McGoat. You can cancel right now and see you later.
Why does he just say fuck?
He muted him and he censored himself.
I know, but I'm saying, like, just say fuck.
Because
you will never
get monetized.
No.
Ever wave money in my face and make me disavow anybody, especially someone I care so little about.
Okay, so here's where it gets weird, right? Okay,
why was she on your show twice, Tim?
Why? Yeah, that's look. I mean, look, okay, I've been on Tim's show once, and I would say Tim doesn't give a shit about me. Probably. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why he would. But I've also known Tim for forever. We're not like friends or whatever. But I think I don't know. I don't think that Tim cares about me because he invited me on his show. But it does get a little bit different when you're on twice. At least you probably know who the person is a little bit, right? And where it gets even weirder is that originally he said he sent Shane Cashman out, one of his writers, just to cover her. But then in this clip, he's going to say that no. He told Shane not to cover her because she's so incredibly pointless and a nobody. So I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I pointed that on my video as well. So it's either before, then for some bizarre reason she was big enough to be on your show. If it was after, she was somehow big enough to be on your show, but now not worth anymore to write about. That doesn't make any sense.
According to Shane, he started writing about her in January before any of this stuff happened.
Okay, so she was a low-tier celebrity enough to be writing about. I mean, that would make sense why Tim told her not to write about it. But I'm wondering, like, what the hell did Shane find out that made him go, I need to write an 80,000-word profile on this bitch?
I don't know. Well, they were certainly flirting with each other, or it sure came off that way, even though Shane's married. But it's another thing where it's weird, and it came off as her flirting with him, certainly the last time she was on.
What the hell is with everyone around Tim being, problem with, fidelity?
I'm not saying that that's for sure what's happening. I don't know anything. I don't know Shane Cashman at all.
I'm just saying the shit seems shady.
But
I'm not judging. I can't say shit.
It was weird. It was very flirty. She was like, "Oh, Shane, you're like Andy Warhol. You're with your and it's
what?
Did you not see it? I gotta find it real quick.
Is that supposed to be a pickup line?
Yeah, she's calling him an artist for his work in journalism or whatever, and that he's like Andy Warhol.
The Andy Warhol of journalism?
Of journalism, yeah.
But so you're an underrated genius, basically. Is that what that means?
Well, I mean, from what I understand and what I've read of Cashman's journalism, he is a gonzo journalist. So I guess that would make sense to...
I'm sorry, I just read what Yiz wrote in the chat. And I've been purposely avoiding this story because I love myself. That's some good framing right there.
Understandable, because it is very much like...
I just wanted to know what the hell. Why did you say that she's a low tier person? That's the bit. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything else. I just want to know how the hell did you get to that, Tim? I don't care about any other shit. Yeah, but
It
that's
sounds like a
yeah.
code. Because why are you having her on your show twice if she's so meaningless? And then why? I mean, I guess like again, he says Shane shouldn't have done it, but it's not what he said like 2 weeks ago when this first started
Yeah.
flaring up.
Oh yeah, did you see the chat's gone?
Oh, is it? What?
Yeah, the chat in the stream is gone. Not our stream, in Tim's stream.
Oh, he doesn't normally have it. Oh,
He took it down.
on this video. On this video. Oh,
Yeah.
ooh, oof.
Yeah,
That's weird.
why do you think that is?
I mean, he left the stream up. I guess it.
I was
interesting.
watching somebody else's video do a take on this, and they had the stream in their one because they said that this shit, Tim is gonna take the stream down, or he's gonna take the chat down, and then he did,
Yeah.
and then he said like I have the actual chat, and in his video I'm like the chat is like losing their fucking mind. It is glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like someone said,
Yeah.
like he deleted the chat.
well-
That's some sensitive shit, Tim. That makes you
Yeah.
look kind of gay.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Mez said Tim's been treating his audience like normies, taking clues from the MSM. But he's been doing that for a long time, and where he acts like the audience is like too. I mean, he just is something he's done where he just acts like the audience is tuned out, like they're not as enlightened as Tim is about about different issues, and it's like that's just not a good way to look at your audience. I don't think.
I don't
I don't
think
think
Tim is.
Tim's
I don't think Tim is particularly. He's offensive, so there's nothing about him that just says like, "Oh, I'm particularly well." He's very good at reading the narrative, but he's not good
Yeah.
at anything beyond that.
Yeah,
At least as
I-
far
I
as his
don't-
commentary goes.
But his commentary is fine, but it is very. It's just like Tim just reads the
It's
news.
very dry, yeah.
know?
There's nothing. Like, this is one of the reasons I can't watch him. Like, I keep an eye on Tim for his headlines, but
Oh.
as far as like watching the content goes, like, no offense to Tim, but in like 25 minutes of one of your videos, I could read 6 articles.
Right.
So-
I'm sorry. Christopher Everard was supposed to come on tonight. I totally forgot because of all the shit that's been going on. Chris, let's try to reschedule that because this week has been so insane. If we run over, we'll do it either on the weekend or we'll do it on next week because Chris is working on a project, a crowdfunding project that I do want to support. So let me get the link here to because also Chris's story is there's some
Is it
fucked up
juicy?
shit that's happened. Fucked up shit that's happened. But let me here. I've got the Kickstarter here, right?
Tim is
Yes.
extremely proud. Yeah, Tim does have a massive ego. I can't say shit. I mean, I do as well.
I know. There's the Kickstarter. I'm gonna pin that. Put that in the pinned
Yeah,
comment.
but I'm never gonna do this kind of shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Chris. I just much stuff ended up happening. But go ahead and check out the Kickstarter if you want to check it out if you're interested in art and a unique story.
Tim made a
So-
segment on this literally just now, apparently.
Just now, did he?
Yeah.
Hang on, let's see.
I have a great ego. Thanks for that, Yes. I don't know if that's a compliment or just a comment.
Let's see. We should maybe finish the thing and then see what he has to say if he did talk about it.
My ego was tempered. Wow.
Ego is
What-
tempered.
Yeah, apparently my ego is tempered. Because that's exactly what my ego needs. A boost.
Okay, I see. Whoa! It's 48 minutes.
Oh, I wonder why.
Uh,
No, not today.
It looks like he's covering a ton of stuff. He's talking about all kinds of shit. Like he's talking about AOC. I'm just scrolling through. It looks like he's just
Did a long take.
he just did a long tape. I mean, I see this AOC thing. Okay, I think I see where it starts. All right. We'll do that in a second. Let's finish watching the original clip though, and then I'll get into where it looks like where it starts.
Eyes of Blue. She's been on the show 2 times. If you're
Right.
going to cancel because I won't do what you say, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. All right, what else do we got? DJ Zeno says, unsub.
I would like to have been in that room just to see the look on people's faces.
I feel like it was really. I mean, I've been in the room. I feel like it was very
Tense.
awkward. Tense. and
Yeah,
awkward.
I'd be like,
Thanks again. Also, John Rich is there, who's like incredibly successful and famous country music star, and Tim is going off about super chats from Scroats Magoats. You know, a little awkward. I mean, it's who is the person who destroyed Jack Murphy's? What was the super chat? Excuse me. It was from Dr. Dick and Balls. We should never forget the sacrifice of Dr. Dick and Balls.
Is that actually his name?
That was the name of the super chat because
Gosh.
sent Dr. Dick and Balls says, "Can you please explain the cuck article?"
Which is ironic
you,
because after that comment, fucking Jack Murphy
That's
had
when
no
he
dick
freaked
or
out.
balls.
True. That's when he freaked out. That was over Dr. Dick and Balls.
So apparently, Dr. Dick and Balls
comment.
is a vivisectionist.
Yes.
Done members only after over a year. Here's $5 FU for I'm pretty bummed. Thought you stood against censorship. Hope you change. See you later, buddy. Look, sad to see you go, but I will never cater to a mob. And that's it. End of story.
Tim, they're wanting you to disavow her because of the shit she pulled on Twitter. It has nothing to do with you. They just want you to do that. You could have just done that, and it would have been fine.
They just want him to cover the story because it's news. I think that's all people wanted. They want him to cover the story because I don't think it matters. It does matter a little bit that he had her on because he's had her on the show. I mean, it's going to happen right here that John Rich had no idea, had never heard of her except for in relation to Tim Pool. So inadvertently, I know it wasn't on purpose, but you gave her a massive boost in attention and drew eyes to her.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Eliza
that's why I said like next to the affiliation with Elon Musk, the next biggest thing to boosting her would be to be on your show, Tim.
I mean, it's certainly. I mean, she's been on with Michael Malice. She's been on with Hotep Jesus, but by far the largest, the biggest show
Michael
she's
Malice?
been on is. Yeah, remember
Yeah,
it was
Malice.
Michael Malice. Remember, it was with Michael Malice where she said that thing about how she had been trafficked via Twitter.
Oh god damn it, Michael! You better just your character, Michael.
Well, Michael, he was like, "What? How would you get trafficked through Twitter?" And then, which I think might be the thing with Eliza Blue when it comes down to it. She's a trafficking advocate who doesn't actually know what human trafficking is.
She just
human
sounds
trafficking to her is anything that has happened to her that she doesn't like.
Yeah, I was thinking that she sounds like she's trying to Me Too late.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's trying to Me Too the conservative audience, which is the conservatives are very activated and concerned right now with protecting children because of the weird stuff that the left does. So
you see, this is why Mulbuck said don't get involved in cultural issues, and he had a fucking point.
Yeah, probably true.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some cultural issues.
Blue is not important. She's not important to me. She's not a member of Congress. She doesn't enact policy. She is a low-tier internet personality that for some reason people are desperately obsessed with.
Then why was she on your show?
It's not that complicated. I mean,
that's
I
a
guess
slogan.
I mean what it sounds like Tim's saying is he's like, I only want to have on really famous people now. But some of the most interesting interviews that Tim's done. Well, I mean, Tim had me on. I'm not a big personality or whatever.
Aiden, everyone on YouTube in this sphere knows who you are.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah. So you can say whatever you want. The fact of the matter is everyone knows who you are. So yeah, you can pat yourself on the back. You are known, well done.
In this sphere, though, but in this, Tim and Jeremy have got millions of subscribers or over 1 million subs. Like that's I was at 120,000 or something like that, which is nothing. Not nothing.
Yes. But your content is niche, and it still has a shitload of numbers for a niche kind of thing that you do.
Yeah, well,
and also you have sassy voice that people like.
My voice hasn't been great for the last couple of days. Obviously, still getting over this flu, man. Bro,
you sound alive.
It's mostly just I apologize for the coughing. Is what I wanted to do. Is if you're gonna hear me and Bill coughing all evening, just heads up.
That's why we do a good counterbalance because we both have nice voices.
Yeah, I think
that's the magic of our show. It's because we both sound boomy.
Yeah. Let's get back to.
And I literally don't care. So.
And we're both monarchists.
Yeah, that's probably the other one. And aside from that, we have nothing else in common.
It is funny. Yeah, Spoon and I have nothing in common outside of politics.
Yeah. That is the weirdest thing about you and I.
Because we have totally different tastes in music.
There's some overlap.
There's some overlap in music, but yeah, like I'm a weeaboo. I like games and nerdy shit. D&D. You like, I don't know, sport balls.
Yeah, I actually thought about this earlier. Is that I always thought of myself as a bit of a nerd, and then once I got into like YouTube and like Discord servers, and then I just saw what actual nerds look like, and we're like, oh, you people don't give a shit about your diet. You have no interest in exercise. All of your hobbies are nerdy. I'm like, I am the polar opposite of you people. I'm not a nerd actually. Like that's, I don't have this in my wheelhouse. I occasionally play some games, but I like to eat well, lift heavy shit, and yell at my TV when I see grown men knocking the shit out of each other.
Nice.
Which is apparently
speaking of which,
shit that
we're
nerds
going
don't
to
do.
talk a little bit about games because I want to talk about the Harry Potter thing.
Oh yeah.
But real quick, yes, something very nice. He says the magic of the stream and the personalities and voices, Aiden and Spoon go together like fine liquor and smooth cigar. Thank you, Yiz. That's so kind.
That's oddly
Do you smoke cigars?
No.
I think I'm the only one who smokes. Well,
I smoke people.
Spoon does not smoke cigars, Bill, so that was uncalled for.
Oh,
said you were
what did he
deeply-
say?
He said you were deeply insecure in your masculinity.
What
Which
the
is
fuck,
really
Bill?
rude. I don't know why he would say that. He's in a mood.
What the fuck,
How do-
Bill?
I don't know why he
That
would
was
say
like
that.
unnecessarily cruel. What the fuck?
Bill's just heckling, being a hater. Peanut
Tell him I
gallery.
said he's a dickhead.
Spoon says you're a dickhead. There you go. All right, let's get back to Tim.
Have a nice day.
I gotta say this: if someone got banned off Twitter or any platform for a reason other than violating the terms of service, that's a big deal and should be taken up and will be if it happened.
It's not been though, Ian. Okay, Ian, you have a point. Ian's the first person to say anything about it that's real. Yeah, guess what? People did get banned. Brittany Venti is still suspended from her account. Other people have obviously other people have been suspended. The Quartering, Yellow Flash, Camelot, and those are just like some of the people with higher level profiles who have been banned. A whole freaking bunch of people have been suspended from Twitter over this. And not for violating the terms of service. Ian, they weren't violating the terms of service. But at least Ian's saying something about it. He's the only one who actually is like and admitting that this is the problem. But that's all people want you to say is that, hey, this is screwed up. You guys talk about free speech all the time. You talk about how it's wrong for people to get banned for freedom for saying perfectly normal things, of which this stuff does not violate Twitter's rules. It seems a little bit like Eliza Blue tried to tweak. There it was. My brain had to find the right word. She certainly, twerking Eliza Blue couldn't help but separate the two, a little bit of a
What's
Freudian
currently
slip.
on your mind?
Eliza Blue twerking, her asshole winking. What was the phrase earlier?
Oh
But
god, you went from
she's-
twerk and you made it like X-rated.
But that's whatever. I saw it. I didn't really want to see it, but I've seen it. She helped tweak the rules at Twitter, which were done in the name of protecting victims, and that's a good thing. But now she's taking advantage of it, so that she can say, you know what? No, I didn't consent to that. I retroactively don't consent to this video being filmed, even though I got paid for it. And now I want it removed from the internet, and I want anyone who posts it or talks about it or asks about it to be fucking banned. That's antithetical to freedom of speech. It's everything that you were supposedly fighting against, Tim and Ian. And so I don't understand why. I don't get it. Like, even Ian here has to you see that he noticed where the actual issue was. It's free speech. That's the issue. People being banned unfairly. That's the actual issue. But then it goes back into, but it's drama.
With the
Which
Twitter
is- which is-
administration or
which
the
is really,
administration of the
really
social
weird.
network, but the personal stuff,
Yeah.
It's really weird to me that he is the person of reason on the show. Like, that's when your show is fucked up to him. If he's the voice of reason, something is horribly wrong.
When the only person who has managed to locate the actual issue, and I don't mean this as an insult to Ian,
You're
is
going to
Ian,
anyway.
who's a little spacey, okay, hence the UFO in front of him. He is the only one who figured out what the problem is, and then immediately drops it, by the way, which is an issue.
I kind of want to
but-
say something, but it's kind of mean. It's like, hold on, I'll message it to you.
All right. Send me your mean message.
it's innate. It's like,
Yeah.
no offense, TMZ. TMZ garbage. It's like National Enquirer. I mean, if you like it, oh God. But
Which is fun.
It's it's the hair.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
The hair makes him look like the girl next door who's a seamstress on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Usually Ian, it's just like, just saying like random stuff, but he's the only one who managed to figure it out
He
this
said
time.
music
what
can
the problem
heal
is.
people. Like that's like the hippie shit.
Yeah, he's a hippie.
There's a little,
Questioning you.
I don't care if people care about this stuff. They're allowed to. But like the idea that people are
Yeah, you can care about it. Just don't bring it up to Tim that he platformed this fucking bitch.
going to come here
It's
and
not even about the platforming is a part of it. The bigger problem is that a bunch of conservatives have been banned from Twitter. Under any other circumstance, I think Tim would be talking about it, but he's not.
Yeah,
That's why
which-
people find it weird.
And also makes Tim look kind of shady.
It does. It makes you look shady when she's been over and you refuse to talk about it. I mean, if you know, I don't know, if I did this, I would expect him to talk about it.
If you did this
If
shit,
I-
I will hassle you till you fucking cry.
Right, but like if I, you know, just as another example of a D-list nobody like, who's been on Tim's show, like if I did this shit, if I somehow like reported people with Twitter because I was friends with, I became pals with Elon Musk,
Based.
and got people and got Jeremy and Brittany Venti banned and Yellow Flash, which I would never fucking do because like
They're good people.
I'm friendly with them and I like them. But I would expect people to talk about it. I would expect people to ask, why does Aiden Paladin have the power to get people banned from Twitter? I would expect people in
She
this
was
sphere,
seeking monarchical powers.
in this free speech sphere, to ask questions and talk about it. And that's why people. The other day,
Yeah.
Tim on Timcast talked about that woman on Twitch, QT Cinderella or something like that, having AI nudes made of her, right? And he dedicated a segment to that. But it's like, if you say you don't care about e-girl drama, then why did you cover that story? But be consistent.
Consistent? On the internet? That's a
Yeah.
rare thing.
Yeah.
I
know.
can see why he covers that kind of shit drama though.
Yeah, but
Just from a mental
if,
perspective.
right? But if that's a news story, why isn't this? If
Because
cried
this
on
story
Twitch because
involves him.
It only tertiarily involves him.
Yeah, but he's responsible for giving her a massive audience. That's the problem.
I don't get it.
There is one moment in this that I find hilariously stupid.
Well, it's gonna get really stupid when we get into the bot stuff. Yeah.
threaten like I will cancel my membership because you're not talking about someone no one ever heard of. It's like, dude, I get that, you know.
The only reason, and the reason why anybody knows who she is, Tim, is because of you, largely. That's
And-
why this
yeah.
comes off as really hypocritical and weird.
And also makes no sense.
Right. He goes into it more here, so. And the other thing too is, you did bring this up to me. Is it like when people say I'm going to cancel my membership, I'm going to unsub? The
Yeah.
reality is that the vast majority of the time when people tell you that, they weren't subscribed in the first place.
Yeah. Or they will just do it
like-
for like 3 or 4 days.
Right.
I said it in the video that I did. I said that's
So
not
there
a
is some
it's not a
truth to
courage
that.
of conviction. That's a moment. That is a temporary fucking mood swing.
Right. And just in my experience, like when you get a comment on a YouTube video where someone's like, wow, and it's always the same kind of comment, wow, used to be a big fan, but this time you went too far, when there's nothing like that different about the content. It's just that's, I don't know, they saw the video somewhere else and got pissed off about it. Longtime fan, I'll never watch again, unsubscribe. Yeah, I'm sorry, like everybody who does YouTube gets those comments. So I do
Yeah.
understand why Tim finds it annoying, because they're usually not from subscribers. They're usually from somebody who's they're trying to like neg you, which is, they don't care anyway. So I mean, it's pointless. But that's not the case here, though, Tim. These are people who are members saying it. The people who are giving you money saying it. I don't think that's the case. The fact that you lost 10,000 subscribers overnight should also be indicative that these aren't bots. I mean, bots aren't sending you super chats, he's gonna claim these are all bots. And it's like, but how are the bots sending super chats?
I quite like just slightly pushing my audience. Like the next video that I'm doing is
Yeah.
called "Freedom is Overrated."
Yeah.
I want to see how many of my audience I can piss off, or make them go like, that's a good
Yeah.
point." It features
catch up
Sargon
on-
at the end, by the way.
Right. I'm gonna catch up on a couple of super chats before we go forward, because we're getting into the bots, which is always where people end up going when stuff happens that they don't like. It must be bots. It's Russian bots, or it's
Oh
it's
god, yeah, that was
Eliza
funny
Blue's
as
PR
hell.
bots. Yeah, we're getting there. Slosh it for $20 Canadian. Hey, thank you, man. Says, stopped watching Timbo a year ago. Occam's Razor, Thucydides' Trap, Civil War, constantly interrupting guests and saying choosing the jab, keep a job is wrong. and then him bowing to YouTube censors. Done. Yeah, the stuff with the jab for the job thing was, that one actually really irritated me. I stopped watching for a while after he said that, because that one really, really annoyed me. Because he was specifically talking to a parent who said, like, well, I have to have a job, you know, and the only way I can keep my job is if I get the COVID vaccine. And he's like, well, I just didn't do it. Yeah, Tim, because you're a millionaire. I mean, yeah, I know you've worked hard for it, but yes, you're a millionaire. You don't have to do it. I'm in a really lucky position too, where I didn't have to get it. You know, Bill was in a lucky position. He didn't have to get it. We're in the extreme minority that you know, and Bill works a regular job, like a normal person job, not an internet job. And that was unusual. That had millions and millions of people were forced to put food in their own children's mouths. And that's it was a fucked up thing. I didn't like that. That one really pissed me off, actually. Ardent Party, Hasselhopper for 5 says, Tim makes so many videos, including drama, about TYT or Hassan Piker. Yup, exactly. It would take 5 minutes. Instead, it boiled up into it couldn't be ignored until he couldn't ignore it live. Exactly, that's why this is happening. All he had to do was make a 10-minute video about it, talk about people getting banned on Twitter and why it was wrong, saying he sent out Shane Cashman to look into it, or whatever. Although the first part of that, the report on Eliza has nothing to do with any of this. It's just fluff. But that's all he had to do. Say, looking into it.
I'm freaking laughing at the chat now calling me a fed and saying I'm a glowy.
Fed.
Well, because I said I don't like freedom. Therefore, I must be a glowy. Well, because we have too much, and our freedom makes us do dumb shit. We need less freedom. We need less freedom and more standards and order.
Liberty we need.
We need someone to take the reins.
Unlimited freedoms,
goes
not so
hell.
much. Liberty, yes. Yes, we need to preserve liberty, but unlimited freedoms, I would agree. We need
someone to take the reins and crack some people over the head. And say, if you do this shit, some bad shit's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily need to be violence, but you need to be like shamed to the point where you cry.
True. I want maximum liberty, but I think that we should have. It's better when we have social structures in place that even if you have the freedom to do something, you won't be inclined to want to do it.
I want a strong king, and Parliament is gate to just impose his will at a moment's notice.
You could have come on and debated monarchy last night, my dude. You chose not to.
Because I know there's no point in doing with Americans.
What? Wow. I mean, I'm just saying you pussied out a little bit.
I didn't pussy out. I didn't agree to it in the freaking first place.
Yes, I swear to God you did.
I didn't.
A month ago. Yes, you did.
No.
I swear to God you did. Anywho, Ardent Party for $2 Canadian says, greetings from Newfoundland. Finish the job, Joe Biden, 2023. Yeah, wow,
oh, God, yeah, I saw that.
Whew, yep. Gary Thomas for 5 says, FYI, Tim just dropped a video addressing everything. I've got it up. We'll put up right after we get through this. Minnesota Fats, member for a month. Thank you, man. Says, good evening, boss. Bizarre that Tim is being called out to be accountable, and he's telling people not to tell him what to do. Is that hypocritical?
Yeah,
a little bit. And Amsang for $2 says, here's a super chat for $2. Beep. Well, beep boop to you too, sir. We're all bots here. All bots here. Oops, all bots.
Who she is. But you know what's funny about Jack Murphy and Eliza Blue is that here's what happens. People ask questions about these personalities, and I know most people listening are like, I have no idea who these people are. And that
yes, they do, Tim. They know exactly who she is because she was on your fucking show.
Exactly, and you're getting mad at your chat because they're bringing it up, so of course they know.
Yes, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
He it's a total self-own here in a second when he asked John Rich about it.
Yeah, just watch.
That's exactly it. We had about 40,000 peak concurrent viewers. We get 300 to 500,000 video viewers plus 100,000 on the podcast, and then about 1 million across the clips.
Yeah, and there's no way in hell any of those people would know who you have on your show.
Twice.
For fuck's sake.
And talking about one of the biggest stories at the time, which was the Andrew Tate thing, saying that she is representing a group of victims, which she just has a statement from and no evidence of their even existence, who are going to go after Andrew Tate. That was a huge news story.
I'm just going to say, if I have to
everyone in the chat was calling her out even then.
If I have to take a stance between Tate and Blue, I'm siding Tate all the way.
Look, I think Andrew Tate is a fucking scumbag, and I do think that flying people out to a foreign country, telling them you're going to make them a star, is a form of human trafficking. Because those women, look, I know they're out there.
If that's the
trying
case,
to be
Hollywood
greedy and
traffics
stuff.
people all the time.
Yes, they do. But I would agree with that as well.
Mm.
And a little bit of a difference is, at least in Hollywood, you're still in the States. In Romania, you're in fucking Romania.
Sorry,
You don't
V.
speak the language. No, I'm saying not. You don't. I'm saying it's a country on the other side of the planet where you don't
The
speak the
man
damn
from
language.
Romania
I'm
is
sorry.
not amused.
I think that's human trafficking. It's certainly a form of it. So I don't like Andrew Tate. All right.
I can hear V's voice in the back of my going, "Shut the fuck up, Aiden."
I'm not saying no. Why would you tell me to shut the fuck up? I don't like Andrew Tate. I think that doing that is incredibly fucked up. I also don't think that he's like. I also think he said valuable things, right? Just because he says things that are positive doesn't mean that what he did isn't sex trafficking. All right.
No, I do agree with that, but I think for the people who value him as a role model, I think they don't give a shit about the trafficking stuff, and that's
of course they don't.
That's probably my more contentious opinion about the man, is because I don't focus on the negative crap, because like if I have to look at his fan base, like why is he so popular? I don't give a crap about the controversy shit, because that's not why his fans like him.
Yeah, and Hawk Holdman makes a good point too, which is grown women make their own choices. That is true. These women made the choice. These women made the choice to go out there to Romania, but it is also kind of fucked if you're saying like, "Hey, you're going to be a model.
Still around? Has he not been kicked?
You're going to be a model. You're going to make a whole bunch of money, and then instead you take all their wages, and they're basically told like they don't have any money, and now they're stuck in Romania. You know, I mean that's fucked up.
Bad
I think
capitalism.
I think it's a form of human trafficking. You say, "Come over here. I'll pay for you to come over. Even, I'll pay for you to come over. You don't have to have any money," and then they're stuck. Like, do the women have a responsibility for their own behaviors? Absolutely too. But I also think that
No, they don't.
they should have responsibility for their own behavior.
They need to have minds to do that.
Okay. Did he take away their passports?
How
Look,
much sexism can I get in before I get in trouble?
I am not one of these people who's saying that Andrew Tate is Satan. That's another thing about this, is that I don't think Andrew Tate is. I think he's just kind of a scumbag.
I like you, Aiden, even though
you
you're
should be
female.
in jail. Oh, I like you too, even though you're Dutch.
I like the hatred and venom, just like, ugh, you're Dutch. You're terrible. What's worse, being female or Dutch?
Oh, that's a tough one.
What about being
That's
a
real
Dutch
tough.
female?
Ooh, that's definitely the worst.
No, the one Dutch girl I know, in all seriousness, she is an unusual girl, because like she's very roomy in the hips, but her stomach is unusually flat. I've seen her stomach, like, how the hell is your stomach like that and your hips like that? It's like, this is not how humans should look. Some weird Dutch gene magical shit. God bless
Ian
her,
believe in the
she's a good
Romanian government narrative. No, I don't really know what to believe with Tate. I know that the victims are saying they're not victims.
Yeah, two of them have.
That's not necessarily always unusual. I think the Tate thing is more complicated than he's evil. And he's the biggest evil of all time, which was the narrative that Eliza Blue was spinning and that a lot of people spin. I think my take on it is...
Dutch female.
Yeah, it's probably scummy. Yes, it was scummy. It is maybe a form of human trafficking. The women also were adults who could have said no, and they chose to do it. Then how much choice did they have ultimately when they got there? I don't know. I don't have really strong opinions on Tate. That's why we haven't really covered him a whole lot, at least. And we both agree that we like the things that he said, right?
Which Tate?
But yeah,
I like what he says.
I like what he says too, but I
like that he pisses off his
suspicious on some of the behavior, right? On how, but I don't even know if it's illegal. I think what I just said is I think it's scummy. I don't know if it's illegal, and I don't know if it's abuse, but I think it's maybe bordering on it. But of course that's why people tuned in a lot to that episode, though, is because everyone was talking about Andrew Tate, and here's this woman who comes on and says that she's got 6 victims lined up who are willing to testify in court against him. Right?
Yeah.
That's why people were listening, and then people were like, well, where's the proofs? Oh, there's no proofs.
I mean, the first time I heard the guy...
I have no opinions on Tate, yet firmly hate him. Did I just say anything about hating Andrew Tate? I think he's saying he's scummy doesn't mean I hate him.
Yeah, you just think he's a bit of a questionable character.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of the things he says, and I understand exactly why young men were drawn to his message, because it's a good message for young men, and it's one that a lot of men are looking for, right? Get your shit together, you know, and don't let women control you. I agree with that stuff 100%.
Oh,
So-
Rob, I know pissing off Piers Morgan is not exactly a magnificent feat, but it is nonetheless thoroughly entertaining. And also, the reason I like that he did that is because the Young Turks then defended Piers Morgan, which
That
was
was funny,
fucking
yeah.
hilarious. And I just
Right.
went like, Anna, you are the dopiest bitch for
Yeah.
defending Piers Morgan in this when he was constantly interrupting. He didn't make any fucking points. And you didn't address, typical as a woman, you didn't address any fucking thing that Andrew Tate actually said.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
again, I was like, oh my god, like, just, it was so weird because the guy sitting next to her was wearing a flannel shirt and, like, pearl white fucking
Yeah.
earrings. And he's like, he's such a loser. I'm like, dude, the way you dress, you cannot call any man a loser. You just look ridiculous doing that kind of shit.
Let's get through some more of this, because I want to watch the new video.
All right.
And then I get some more super chats. Because I hope that I've mostly explained my sort of very non-opinion on Tate, because I have conflicting opinions on it. So I hope I've
I like what he has to say, but I don't like what he has to do.
yeah, and all, people who act like he is the devil and stuff, I think that's crazy as well. Like,
They're feminists who want to fuck him.
some of the shit he said over the years has been hilarious. I first discovered Tate, I
he's
told
funny.
you this before, on Your Mom's House, a comedy podcast, because they found his like Instagram or whatever back in the day when he would make these videos like, a woman should clean up unprompted, and they were laughing at it because it's hilarious. It's so funny. She must clean up unprompted. Get out of my bed and
seen
go clean my
him-
house. It's like-
I've seen him dancing. His dancing is funny as hell.
the dance is funny.
Yeah, he's actually
Oh
a
my
good
God.
dancer.
All right, here we go.
And the people who have no idea what the people in the chat are talking about when it comes to Eliza Blue or Jack Murphy. In fact, John, do you know who Eliza Blue is?
The only reason I knew is because I saw you guys talking about it one time.
Oh,
That
there
is the biggest own.
That's the biggest own. I mean, that's that answer. There could not have been a better answer from John Reg of just being like, look, the only reason I know about her is because of you.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the point, Tim, and that's what people
We're
are
talking
asking you
about
to
someone
talk
that
about.
nobody knows about. What about, do you know who she is? Yeah, through you. Like, dude, why? That's just fucking hell, Tim. Why did you? Oh, God, that's just so fucking.
I know.
One time we mentioned
I
in the
never
Super-
learned about her organically. No.
So what I think is going on, to be completely honest, is that the people who are claiming
I like how he doesn't address that own at all, and he just like moves on. Like what the guy said didn't even
I don't
matter.
think he glocked it entirely, like of
No.
what that meant.
He's
in
fucking as
context.
fuck though.
they hate her are actually probably a paid reputational firm to
What?
promote her. So that's why I brought this up last week. There are companies you can hire that will spam the internet to generate buzz and attention for you. There's no such thing as bad press.
Yes,
Yes,
there
So
is.
when I
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is, and it's okay. So a lot. Let's just try to. Should I let it play, or should I try to explain Tim's narrative? Let's let it play.
Let's let it play.
And listen to the whole thing, and then we'll try to make it make sense.
see people like flooding our comments and saying things that aren't true, like I'm canceling my membership. Yo, I can see who's canceling the memberships. Like I can literally, I own the website, and this past week we have gained slightly more members than we normally gain.
Honestly, I have to address this. But TP says, I go on break at the time of the stream is over. I'll catch it later. Shut up and take my money. Also, Spoon is the only nice South African. I should take that as a compliment, but it's offensive to the rest of my countrymen.
Well, I meant one nice South African.
Oh yeah, me.
No, it's thoughts and opinion.
I wish I was on camera right now so you can see the look on my face. I'm not amused.
You can always turn it on.
I have
You see how
squinty
mad-
eyes.
Well, you always have squinty eyes. Your squinty Dutch eyes, that are small
I-
and brown.
I actually have really big eyes.
I know you do actually.
Yeah. It's just when I'm angry, it's like they get squinty. And then to the point where it doesn't even look like my eyes are open. Like, have you ever seen, what was the name of the character from Third Rock from the Sun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I look a bit like that sometimes.
Bill, we are talking about Spoon's mud eyes, which only he has and not me. I have green eyes, Bill. I have green eyes, Bill. Stop lying to the internet. Bill, you're committing slander against me. Or is it libel?
Why?
Slander. Stop it, Bill. Bill is being slanderous.
Bill is being very mean today.
He's in a mean mood. It's funny, like, because I'm at the top of
Here's
this.
the thing, I'm willing to apologize soon. Not you, though, Mud Eyes.
You're so rude, Bill.
Did he just say he's willing to apologize to me?
Yeah, he said he's willing to apologize to you, but not me.
Aw, thanks, Bill. Bill's good people. Tell him I said
Bill
that.
is talking about how much his superior he is to both of us because he has blue eyes.
No, that means you're doll-like. It means you have no life to you.
You said it the other day.
Yeah.
You think people with blue eyes are weird and
Yeah,
unattractive.
okay, so this... Okay, so...
Aw,
okay,
Bill,
so...
you're the most handsome. You're the most handsy man in my eyes, in my green eyes that are not brown, in my green eyes that are not brown.
Yeah, I have very dark brown eyes. I have borderline black eyes.
No,
It
don't-
really bothers her.
No, it only does it when you
If
do
you're
it.
at home and you don't like Aiden, call her Mud Eyes.
Bill is just rated the stream.
A little bit. Okay, so here's a weird thing that I have, and I don't know what made you and I speak about this, but maybe it's because I don't know at what age do you begin to notice girls, or like do you develop a profile for what you find attractive? And like, I knew what I found attractive at like 6.
Yeah.
It's just like,
He's just yelling.
Yeah.
I feel like I was gonna say, like, because I'm at the top of the stairs, though. I feel like Bill's like in like a hell pit. But he's like a little gremlin who's coming up here
Just
to.
yelling red eyes. All right, so the thing is, I grew up with like liking brown eyes and dark features, which is why I said before I'm a horrible racist. Because like not in that sense, not as in horrible as in like I'm a racist and horrible. It's more like no, I really
yeah.
suck at being racist.
Yeah, you suck at being a racist.
Yes, because
Right.
if you look at my like women that I've been intimate with, it's rather diverse actually. It's not exactly like white only, so yeah. But girls with blue eyes, there's something about that makes you look not
Like
real.
Eliza Blue. She's got real big blue eyes.
Yes,
Which is
and-
one of the reasons why I think people believe her so much, is she's got these big doe eyes. And I think in particular men, but people in general, but in particular men, go, oh, look at her big blue eyes. There's no way she would lie to us.
Yes, see, I look at that and go, you seem not real. Because there's something about blue eyes that make me think you don't look like a real person. Whereas if you have...
You think blue eyes are are holograms?
Yes, kind of. Whereas...
I mean, like, okay, so
Yeah, hold on, let me just finish my point here.
we all know that birds aren't real. But you're asking if blue eyes are...
Yeah, a little bit. But like people with brown eyes look serious and like actual humans.
I
don't have to
what the
explain that,
fuck
but-
that's supposed to mean.
Because there's something that's very like robotic and android-like about blue eyes.
No, I
Whereas
love Bill
with-
and his blue eyes.
with-
He's very handsy. Number one
whereas-
handsy man.
Whereas brown eyes just look serious. Like you have a soul.
Yeah, Spoon has brown eyes, so he's not at all biased.
I mean, this is what I find attractive in a female, so it's not exactly a bias of my own eyes.
I'm just saying.
I don't look at my own reflection in the mirror and go like, my God, my eyes are just dreamy, aren't they?
You
Soulful.
absolutely look at your own reflection and go, God damn, I'm a good-looking man. You've said it to me. Like, you've said it on stream.
I've never said that on stream.
I guarantee you've talked about how handsome you are, in your own opinion.
I'm not a bad-looking guy, yeah, but
That is, I think, the weakest compliment I've ever heard you give yourself.
what? Like,
I don't think having an ego or to a certain degree is a bad thing, but
Yeah, but it kind of depends on how, how I want to frame it. Because if I'm like, yeah, I'm not bad looking, whereas if I went like, man, I'm handsome as shit.
but you
yeah,
have said that.
Yeah, but it's not true. Like, I know it is true, but I don't want to say it in a way that makes me sound conceited. I'd say it more because it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
The spoon
I'm gonna
flex
read
the
some
mirror
super-
in the buff. No, I've never done that.
I'm gonna read some super chats, and then we're gonna get back. Let's get back into the Tim Pool stuff. Keza for £5 says, Aiden/Spoon, the problem isn't freedom; it's the lack of accountability. Thanks to
Yeah.
all the safety nets. Yeah, probably.
It's not even the government safety nets. It's more just the degenerate
I'm
behavior
talking about the
is
trafficking stuff, though.
Oh, is it?
With the
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about. Was the
Spoon is the ball, Johnny Bravo.
also because I said Aiden, give me a call next time you're in a debate. It was fine. It was just me versus Adam, really, and then Thoth was there. I don't exactly know why Thoth was supposed to be there, but Thoth was there, who was kind of like the middle ground, and then Sitch moderated. And by moderated, I mean Sitch didn't say shit. Pure Stress for $2 says, between Tate and Blue, I'd 3006 both and celebrate. Understandable, man. Cold Warmick for 5 says, as a machine, I would personally pay $5 to tell Tim to F close off for that horrendous outburst. Yeah, it's weird. Bleach Demon for 5 says, Tate from top G to bottom G, getting ready for Biden to finish the job with a wink and a nod. Yeah,
That's a
man.
good rhyme.
It is good. Kids for £5 says, Dutch females are great. All of them I've met are drop dead gorgeous, and I fucked 2 of them at the same time. Wow. Congratulations, my dude.
It's a red light district, was it?
DP for 10 says, I go on break at the time oh, wait, we already read this. Thank you, DP.
Yeah.
Has a Hopper for 5 says, are Aiden and Spoon being paid to raise Tim Pool's profile right now? Yes.
Yeah, apparently we
I
are. We're totally being paid.
Has a Hopper, you just paid me to raise Tim Pool's profile.
Yeah.
How much did Eliza Blue pay Tim to raise her profile by having her on? I mean, it begs that question, right?
Yeah, that is what I said in my video as well. Like,
Well-
can I apply that same standard to you, Tim? Because it does kind of come off.
Well,
like
that's...
that.
Okay, according to Tim's logic here, right? All right? That Eliza Blue is paying people off to give her attention and
Yeah.
increase her
And
profile.
negative press.
So, Tim, is that were you paid?
Yeah.
Hero versus Babyface just said this earlier. I was watching him with Nina Infinity, and he said that exact same thing as well. Because that's the
Yeah.
implication that Tim gives off here. I'm sure non-intentionally, but if everybody who is talking about Eliza Blue or is spotlighting Eliza Blue is paid off by a PR firm, were you paid off? I don't
Yeah.
think he was. Obviously, I know he wasn't. But unfortunately, the line of reasoning that he's gone down means that becomes a question, which it's not really. But that's if that was the case, then it would raise the question: were you paid off?
Well, we don't know that.
I don't think so. But you know,
But now you don't fucking know. Because by saying something like that and then looking at the shit. Because the way that Tim talks about it,
it's weird. It's weird.
it to me makes it sound like he has regret. But he doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, I mean,
it's
he
either
regret
that
about
or
Jack Murphy too.
Yeah, it's either that or I think it's a shady business model. And judging by the chat, there's a few people in the chat who agree with me that it is a business model that he does. It's a very good one.
Maybe. I mean, certainly getting people talking, getting people to send super chats to complain is a way to make money, for sure.
Yeah.
I just don't know how long lasting of a business model that is. I
Well,
if
he's
if
done
you
pretty well so
time
far.
It, yeah, if you time it, far between enough, yeah, maybe. Kiss It for £5 says, I object. My niece has the nicest blue eyes you'd ever seen. Spoon, you'd rethink your position if you ever saw them in person and become a family man. A lot
No.
of babies have blue eyes.
No.
A lot, like I think it's like a whole bunch of babies are born with blue eyes, and then
You see-
my eyes were brown when I was born.
Okay, see, this is why I need to marry an Asian woman.
So your children have brown eyes.
Yes.
DRT is King for 5 says ice blue eyes are creepy in my opinion, but brown is an ugly color in general. Bad color. All around pale women are fantastic.
Actually, if I said this before and I thought this would be funny, if I could, I'd marry an American woman and then have a kid, because then the kid would be African American but white, and I could just troll the
Yeah.
shit out of him with my kid.
Just troll them.
Yeah.
Yes, for $2 it says Aiden and Spoon on the take from the Beanie Mafia. Yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
obviously. Yeah.
Thank you, Yiz. Kiss It for another £5 says, no Spoon, both the ladies in questions were students in my city as I lived in a college town. Also, we need to do the car stream ASAP. Yeah, waiting for that car stream. I've now completely exhausted watching all of... I've watched all of the
Okay.
Grand Tour. And I've made my way through all of the specials at all.
McLaren is the best car ever built.
Regular episodes. What? I mean, I think it really was Kizza who got me to watch Top Gear the first. And I actually, it was either Kizza or Bill, one of the two of y'all, and I don't remember who. And I was like, God damn, because I don't like cars at all. I have just no interest in them. But this show is great. I don't even care if it's one of the episodes where they just review cars. It's just the bants
fun.
are worth it. Yeah, their banter is great.
Yeah. It's very English.
Rob Walker, yeah, I like it. Rob Walker for 5 says, I feel like Tim needs to be careful though. His comments are regularly grilling him. If he handles this poorly, I feel like it could cost him. I think so too. I think that
I don't
he's
think-
fine now, but
Yeah.
if you really ostracize your audience, it's the worst thing you can do. Getting involved in a big sex scandal, which this is kind of a sex scandal, and alienating your audience are like the
This
two
is a
worst
sex
things
scandal?
you can do. Involving people think he's banging her or
Well,
Elon's banging
who's getting fucked aside from his audience?
her. Tim.
Tim's getting fucked?
I
think he's fucking himself by
I
the
think he's
sounds
fucking
of it.
himself.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
He's fucking himself. So which I don't know.
We're
why he's
definitely not
doing
biased.
it. No, I don't think I actually am biased on this. I liked him. I've known him for years. I don't understand why he's doing that.
I said to you before, we should do good cop and bad cop, and you said like no. I was like, okay, so it's bad cop,
Yeah, because I
worst
have nothing.
cop.
I have nothing positive to say about this interaction, this behavior. I just that I liked him, and I don't understand it.
I can berate my chat and call it a fetish. Well, if you guys want me to insult you with my accent, if you want to pay me to insult you, I would gladly do that. I might feel bad after a while though, because generally, as much as this may sound bizarre, I generally don't like being mean to people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless they're stupid, in which case I'll fucking let it fly. Then I have no qualms about being mercilessly rude. Like, I'll make Satan blush.
Speaking of Satan, we have so much shit to get to. Let's try to get through this. Real quick, Shattered Hand of the Naked Truth for 5 says, quickie for Bill to cure the mood. Spoon ain't looking good. And DRT is
How
King
dare
50
you.
says the DeLorean is the best car. Love that car. The DeLorean's cool car. Let's get back to Tim, and because I want to watch this new video or see what we got.
And it's probably the guests we had on last week or whatever, and whatever. Jack Posobiec, maybe
think
he's
Poso
a
was
great
raising
personality. And so
Poso
we
was drawing a whole
gain
bunch of
several
views. I
hundred
like
per
Poso
week,
too.
and we gain a little bit more than that on average. With people coming in claiming that they're canceling their memberships, maybe they are, but we're gaining more than they're being canceled. I think that many of these people, I think two things are happening. One, a lot of it's inorganic promotion of Eliza Blue. A ton of content flooding the internet, bringing up a personality no one's ever heard of, makes her instantly famous to even the likes of, 9-time Grammy nominee John Rich, who's not heard of her. That's the point.
Okay, Tim. Let's pretend this is true. Eliza Blue has hired a PR firm. You have done the work for them. Again, it's arguable that you got paid because you had her on twice. Eliza Blue has hired a PR firm so that people will put out real information about her. The PR firm then, because he goes through some of this, the PR firm then also has bots that go and flag people talking about it so it gets banned and creates a Streisand effect. Do you understand like how many levels of complication there are in this?
Yeah,
And
for it to be actually remotely accurate.
And it would mean that some of us, the people, the influencers talking about it, are bought and paid for,
Which is ridiculous.
including the ones who are getting banned. I mean, he doesn't say that outright, but that's the way that it comes across.
Yeah, that is the implication. It's also completely absurd.
I mean, yeah, I don't think he's saying that Brittany Venti got herself banned, but it sounds kind of like it.
Like
They want us to talk about her because they're being paid to generate controversy. They either want to... That's why it doesn't matter if we say anything good or bad.
Yeah.
So, Tim, just out of curiosity, did you do that by being a stupid fucking idiot
Again,
and then everyone
that's-
talking about you?
That makes it the question, which I don't think he intended, but that's...
I've
Now
not
what
been
people are gonna
paid by
ask.
anyone to talk about Tim, by the way. I just
I'm
kind of
not
did
being
that.
paid, and I haven't fucking been paid to talk about Eliza Blue. I said
Yeah.
this before, and I'll say it fucking again.
Our
I
chat seems to
couldn't
have done that, though.
I couldn't give less than a shit about Eliza Blue. I didn't even watch the episode she was on Timcast. I didn't give a shit about her until my friends started to get fucking banned and suspended from Twitter for talking about it. And then I gave a shit.
And then she went,
'Cause
who
now
is
it's
this
censorship.
blonde, blue-eyed bitch mocking my friends?
Yeah, you made me really fucking mad because you fucked with my friends. That's it. That's it. Like, that's as simple as it is for me. You fucked with my friends, and now I'm upset. I'm not gonna sit by and not say
Oh
anything and
god,
not
she
do anything.
does. And Joey Jojo says, Eliza Blue is making things harder for real traffic survivors. She also looks like a pudgier version of Pink. She fucking does.
She really
absolutely
looks like a pudgy
does.
version of Pink.
And
She really
also,
does.
Pink looks better than her. Pink's like 15 years old.
I know. Kizzer for 5 pounds also says, how about this Sunday, a fun stream where Spoon can drool over the McLaren F1, I can educate Aiden on
Actually,
cars
hold
as
on.
roll reversal.
Let me just
Any
see.
objections? We'll
how
see.
Old is, how old is Pink?
How old is Pink?
Pink is 43.
She does look like... Okay, so Pink is 2 years older than Eliza Blue.
Is it?
Yeah, Eliza Blue's 41.
I mean, I don't think Pink is actually bad looking.
No, I don't think Pink's bad looking either. But yeah, Eliza Blue, it looks like Pink. She's got that, she comes out here with her new name, Eliza Blue, and a lavender, pale, powder puff blue hair. All like part of her new identity invention, which she reinvents her identity every couple years. She's been doing this for decades.
You know who Pink looks like? Pink looks like, she looks like she could be the offspring of Billy Idol and Carrie Lake.
God, yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least Pink's a rock star, Eliza's a fraud. Exactly. Vinny the D for 5 says, pretty sure this is my first super chat, and I'm 40 minutes behind. I've never heard of this Miss Blue till she was on Tim's show.
There you go. Case
Nor
point.
had anybody. And that's the problem. Jornegi for 5 says, here's my payment to talk about Timmy. Thank you. Beep boop. Beep boop. We will now, let's on with the robot show.
If we say, look, we're doing the story, Shane Cashman's, nope, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the Shane Cashman story is bad, Tim, because there's nothing about anything that's relevant in it. It's a fluff piece. Shane doesn't, hit back on any of her claims. Doesn't ask for any evidence.
We say, okay, we're not going to talk. Oh no, now it's bad. I think it's a PR campaign. In order, I think people are being paid to promote her.
Yeah, keeps you in the cycle, basically.
That's right. She's never been more famous because of this.
Exactly.
And so I'll be completely honest with the Shane Cashman story. I told Shane Cashman I didn't want him to do the story because he went from profiling Ye to Carrie Lake and now to a low mid-tier internet personality over that I just think the next he was supposed to be interviewing Andrew Tate.
If she was low to mid-tier, being on your show made her higher tier.
Yes, and you made her higher tier, higher profile. And then the other thing is that Shane was working on this back in January.
Yeah,
and when you said before, and you talked about it before, Tim, you said you wanted Shane to cover it so that he could uncover if there was a problem. I actually feel like really goddamn sick all of a sudden. Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. Man.
All right, sorry.
We reached out to Tate.
Aiden, are you there? Can I say the F word?
As Shane mentioned, this may kill the story, and Tate said yes, and so we were like, "This is great." Shane writes tremendous work. I said I don't think he should do it because clearly they're trying to promote Eliza Blue. That's what this whole thing is about. She's never been more famous, and I think it's beneath him. But he said, "Look, man."
See, Buddy Lee for $10 says, "Beep boop, us bots need to stick together." I do concur.
I really, really want to dig in and do the story. It's 80,000 words is massive. And I'm like, look, man, you do your...
Low to mid-tier personality, Tim, but 80,000 words. How is she low to mid-tier and this writer of yours is willing to spend 80,000 fucking words? I don't know if there was like a sex chat. That's fucking most of the chat. Who the fuck knows?
Your thing. I'm not going to tell you what you can or can't write. I trust you. At Timcast, we don't tell people they have to say something. They can't say things. Someone wants to post offensive memes on social media. I'm not going to fire them over it. Shane comes to me and says, "Is the story I got to tell?" I say, "You do your thing." But I'm telling everybody who's who's listening and doesn't know who this is. I will just explain. Right now, there's a massive campaign from high-profile personalities to promote and make Eliza Blue famous. She has stated she wants to be famous, even to Shane Cashman, and so they're coming and spamming us with comments to force us to talk about her like we are right now to make her more famous. Yep. It's working, and I was like, let's...
Really, Tim, I have a question for you, because I just thought about this. Did this happen with Jack Murphy as well? Just out of curiosity. Because I don't think it happened with Jack Murphy, so I think this is a fucking piss weak cope, my dude.
Let's not go anywhere near this, because someone's getting paid. It's a PR stunt, and it's working.
Yeah, you're getting paid because people are spamming your fucking chat, asking you to fucking talk about it.
There you go, guys. I've addressed it. Have a nice day. And then all of these other people who I know, who have been members of this channel are saying why won't you get on board? Bro, you are walking right into a PR game. I talked about how they do.
And Tim is in on it.
This. They're called reputation management firms. You go to them and you say, how much money to make me a star? And they'll say, we're going to do a two-front thing. We're going to say you're fighting a good fight, but you got controversy. That way we get you on both fronts. People will defend you, people will oppose you, and this will result in high-profile outlets. The Daily Beast will write about you. You're going to get a bunch of, grifter channels are going to start talking about you, drama channels, big YouTubers. We will make you famous, and it'll cost you $100,000. And there you go. Congratulations, everybody. You did exactly what the money paid for, and here we are addressing it just for for you. Hope the money was worth it.
Tim, you got a lot of money from this woman as well. Fucking weak sauce, dude.
All right, let's read more. All right, Tom Pant says, think about why Dave Mustaine no longer has the satanic imagery or plays certain songs. You can't be.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, I just had like a stomachache all of a sudden. I don't know. I think it's just this flu is killing me, dude. Like we've had it now for like a week, and I'm still like sometimes feeling nauseous and shit. It sucks.
Do you want to see the rest of the dumb shit, or do you want to go to the other one?
I think this is. Actually, I think is there much more in this one? I think this mostly.
No, that's basically it.
Okay, I think that is it. Let's go to the new one. I've got the link. It looks like he starts to talk about it here at like 13:30. If anyone has a better timestamp, because I just people in the chat told me about it. Let's see. Looks like 13.
Currently, members of
when it starts. I mean, does he start talking about it?
members
right
of Congress are questioning.
No, he's talking about other shit. Okay, so 13.
AOC is not a member of Congress. She's basically a glorified cheerleader.
All right, so this looks like where he. I don't know, but it looks like he probably started to talk about it around here, right?
Just hired Taylor Lorenz because they know the game.
Okay, right, yeah. Sounds like it. All right.
Tribal conflict, and they will get it no matter what.
By the way, I mentioned this before when you were away. Do you notice this? They didn't. He didn't say there was a negative PR with fucking Jack Murphy.
No. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the clip a bunch of times, but like, yeah. So he didn't say that was a negative. That was a giant PR team being hired to do it, but it was with Eliza Blue. I don't get it. Again, it doesn't make any sense. It implies that you were paid. Weirdly, it also just implies that Brittany Venti and the Quartering, etc., are in on it.
Oh, fuck off, Dutchman.
What?
AOC looks like Spoon's type. No, my type needs an IQ higher than above 75.
You said you like women with brown eyes and dark complexions, so.
Yes, but I also want them to have teeth that look human and not like a jackass.
Let's see. I think this is where it starts.
I also want
Let me
them
show
to
you
have
stuff
brains.
on YouTube, and I'll talk about what the YouTube space is and what the culture war is. The first thing I'll say is, the New York Times just mentioned they have 9.6 million paying subscribers, and it's quite incredible. The Washington Post and everything they've done. Do you see what these organizations do? The Washington Post hired Taylor Lorenz because they know the game and they want to play it. I don't want to do that, and I'm not interested in doing it. I'll hire people that I believe in who are doing things that I think are good, but I'm not interested in pandering to anybody for any reason. And if that means you will unfollow this channel, you will unsubscribe from my website, then you should have never signed up in the first place. I'm not going to cater to you. I'm not going to pander to you. I'm going to talk about what I think is important. I'm going to focus on issues that I think are important. And if you don't like...
Yeah,
No one believes this, Tim.
The problem is, Tim, is that this was a major news story, and you covered, like, within the same week. I mean, it's been going on for weeks now, but you covered real e-girl drama of this woman crying because there was AI art made of her that was pornographic. And you covered that. People just wanted you to cover this story. That's all it was. I don't think it was malicious. It wasn't a bot army. People just wanted you to cover the story. That's it.
I'm sorry, this channel's not for you. In the past several years, or I should say in the past year, especially with the swattings that we received, I can tell you outright, there is nothing glorious about being perceived as at the top. I certainly can empathize with Joe Rogan because I can only assume what he goes through. But you take a look at what happens when you search for my name on YouTube.
Oh, you poor little famous man with multi-millions of dollars. Fuck off. You pretentious little fuckwit. I'm sorry. No,
Look,
fuck off. That was pathetic.
Look, I'm sure he does get insane shit. I'm sure Joe Rogan gets insane shit lobbed at him every single goddamn day. But this one is easy. This one's easy. Just all you
Do you
have
think
to
people
do
that are
is
struggling to
spend-
make ends meet right now would rather be in his position or in theirs?
Oh, obviously in his, but
Yeah,
again,
exactly. So, like,
you've made this
fuck off,
40
Tim, you
nearly
jackass.
50-minute video, and you've put this stuff in the middle of it. You could have just made a 10-minute video and talked about it at any point in time. The only reason why this is a problem whatsoever is because you've chosen to not talk about it at all, and now we're getting mad at people for asking you to talk about it.
Robo says I sound jealous. No, I prefer Rogan to fucking Tim.
Aiden covering this, but not Criggler being screwed. I mean, I I watched Adam's response or Criggler's stuff on what happened to him at Tim Pool's beanie compound or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, I think Criggler did probably get screwed. I just don't know if we had a period of time where
if this kind of shit is going to go by, yeah, probably.
I mean, also, no. We were doing the podcast when Criggler came out with his stuff, but the reality is that Criggler's response was like 5 hours. This is like, and it was a lot. It was a lot of interpersonal. That was interpersonal stuff, largely with Adam Criggler. I like Adam Criggler, and I
like Adam. Adam is basic boy.
Have suggested people go and bribe him if they haven't. So this is not the first, drama controversy by far that Tim's been involved in. So no, I'm not trying to like ignore Adam Criggler. Just because he's not relevant in this particular issue.
For one, obviously, you'll get my channels, you'll get the videos I put up, and then you'll start getting weird nonsense things. The Majority Report with Sam Cedar, 6 days ago, a channel that's absolutely obsessed with me. I don't know why. H. John Benjamin explained.
Because Sam Cedar's a fucking moron, that's why.
It's like I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Sam Cedar is a complete idiot. And TYT. Look, Sam Cedar and TYT are leeches off of Tim Pool.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
know that Tim Pool is way bigger than they are at this point, that Tim gets way more people who actually care about and watch his content and donate money and give him super chats than they do. So they are desperate for a just suckle a little bit off of that taint. Like, I just want just want a little bit of milk, Poppy, please. That's why they make videos, Tim, obviously.
Yeah.
Explains Tim Pool's Bob's Burgers drama. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. So I think, this is probably in reference to something Sam Cedar told me 10 years ago, that they were reducing his voice acting role on Bob's Burgers because he voiced a character. And I said, he explained that he was upset about it. Okay, well, 6 days ago, they do a video about me. It's fine. I mean, I get it. I got millions of subscribers and followers for whatever reason. We have this one. The Young Turks corrects Tim Pool's brain dead and racist take on Tyree Nichols. Racist and brain dead? Yeah, it's shot content for tribal reasons. Anna Kasparian and the Young Turks make fake videos about me all the time. Here's another one from Sam Cedar. Tim Pool confused by Crowder's nonstop lies about Daily Wire beef. Well, I can say one thing. At least they made me look thin in this thumbnail. I actually look very thin. But Sam Cedar likes to do something. He likes to use filters over my face to make it look like I'm corpse-like. This is exactly what I'm talking about with the issues of AOC. They put...
Tim, I'm sorry for the thumbnail, by the way, but I had to make a little bit of a meme.
They put sound filters on my song to make the song sound bad, to trick their audience. The Majority Report is notorious for this. The Young Turks takes quotes from me out of context and lies about what I believe in order to generate traffic. Much like Jeremy Hambley and Brittany Venti did about, and some other characters, about what I said about the Eliza Blue story, which I'll get into in a moment.
No. Okay, so now I'm in trouble too. Okay, so this video came out while we went live. Just didn't know about it. But he's saying that if you Photoshop him in a silly manner, as I have for the thumbnail, that you're lying about him. No,
apparently.
I just put a little.
What's that cough in the background?
One. Bill saying he won because he told me I had to use the afro picture. But like, god damn it! Like, Tim, I'm not trying to like fuck with you. It's a thumbnail. Like, you want to make a click-worthy thumbnail. You want it to be funny. You want to be entertaining. I'm not trying to aggress towards you.
Yes, you are, you horrible, mean little person.
I think he's talking about the Jack Murphy beanie beard thing, yeah?
Moment.
I don't freaking know.
Of course, eventually you'll find I have a song out. Look at that, 1.2 million views. Here's someone, actual
like
justice warrior, shout out.
Okay, the humble bragging thing is starting to get on my fucking nerves.
Why did YMS call Tim Pool a scumbag? Oh, I didn't see about that at all. What?
Because
I have no idea about
Tim does scummy shit sometimes.
Well, I know Adam from YMS. Cool guy. I don't know why he called Tim a scumbag. I'm curious about that now.
He smears Tim Pool. Here's someone calling me a scumbag. It's fine. Here's someone, Umbrella Guy, claiming Tim Pool defends Eliza Blue. Here's Chrissy Mayer talking about me and whatever. The Umbrella Guy talking about me losing it. Brittany Ventney talking about me. Here's the quartering saying Tim Pool blasts his viewers on Timcast IRL.
We
quartering
did.
issues and what is it? Issues and apology and back to Eliza Blue. Tim Pool versus his fans. So here's what ends up happening. And here's what I want to address as it pertains.
When even TJ Kirk is dunking on you, that's not good. Like, oof, that was drunken peasants. Woof.
To drama and things like that. I see these videos all day, every day from the likes of the Young Turks where they just lie about me all the time. And there's they make videos about a bunch of people, don't get me wrong. But let me see if I can scroll back to where they did this one video where they claimed I was hoping to sexually harass women, which is like a ridiculous nonsense lie. It's just not true. It's nothing I've ever said. These drama channels take things out of, okay, here we go. Creepy Tim Pool, I miss being able to sexually harass women at work. Literally never said that. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Said in my video that you have to treat...
Well, Tim, the problem is we're not drama channel. I mean, like, TYT is garbage, yeah, sure. Sam Cedar is garbage. You might as well call them drama channels. They're barely any more than that. They're nonsense channels. But Chrissy Mayer and the Quarterine, I mean, the Quarterine, look, he also does insane thumbnails. That's what he does.
Yeah.
You do thumbnails to get people to click. I mean, like, and because it's fun. Like, people aren't doing this to attack you. They are concerned with the stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, Jeremy's thumbnails are fucking great.
Yes, TYT is attacking you. Chrissy Mayer, Brittany Venti, and Jeremy, I don't think are. I'm not. We have to talk about it because this is news.
Yes.
It's not drama. It was news 2 weeks ago when I
also,
first talked
Tim,
about
if it was drama, it's drama that you fucking started.
And now, if it is drama, then it's drama that you're facilitating.
Yeah,
by
please
yelling at super chats and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's the problem.
That's your own fucking fault, my
Look,
dude.
the stuff with Eliza Blue is actually not drama. It's serious. There's a serious issue of free speech there. Okay. You have made it actually drama. You have made now a situation be more drama than it was before.
treat men and women differently because they're different. Then, of course, we have everyone's favorite Jeremy Hambley. Jeremy Hambley makes endless videos about me. I get it. They get traffic. You take a look at his Joe Rogan video. Jeremy Hambley makes a video about Joe Rogan and he gets 115,000 views. He makes a video about Tim Pool and he gets 232,000.
Because you're currently involved in a thing. And then look, he has a video right there and right underneath it from Elon Musk with 171,000 views. So, like, it's not, like, yeah, it's a big topic right now. People are interested in it. But it's because Jeremy knows you. You guys know each other. So people want to hear Jeremy's take on it.
And also,
that's all it is.
Jeremy's a better person than you.
I don't know what you mean. But, like, again, I liked him. He's always been nothing but
And I like Jeremy.
Nice to me.
Jeremy's good people.
I like Jeremy a lot too. Jeremy's never been anything but... Jeremy first came onto my second channel when I had... Even my main channel had like 30,000 subs. He came on to talk about magic with me. Like, he's always been super fucking chill. I've always... I had a good relationship with Jeremy, and I've always had a good relationship, I think, as much as we have one, which is not much. It's mostly just, like, oh, hey, I'm going to be here at this date. With Tim, it's like, I'm going to be here at this date. You want to... We're going to be at the same conference. Or, hey, I'm going to be in America. You invited me on your show before. Or is that still open? And that's it. Like, that, I like both of these people. I like everybody involved in this, except for Eliza Blue, which is frustrating, right? I like Brittany Venti. I like Yellow Flash.
Why can't we all just get along?
Because life doesn't work that way. It's not that simple.
No, that's me mocking you.
Oh.
We scroll down. There's another video he makes about Tim Pool. He gets 243,000 views. He makes a video about Eliza Blue, 61,000. This is what I'm talking about. Tim Pool blocks me, 317,000.
Yeah, that was a big story.
Yeah, you did block him.
It was a big story because people in this sphere follow both of you, and they were like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is Jeremy a total fake? I don't think.
Nah,
I mean,
Jeremy's cool.
I think he's an alright guy. Man, like,
views. I don't care. I'm talking about this only because I talk about what I care about talking about and what I think is important and what should be talked about. That is, if there is something that I think is impactful towards this world, I think we'll address it.
Basically, I see a
Yeah.
whole lot of videos that chewed me the fuck out, and I need to talk about this because there's damage control.
Well, a shit ton of YouTubers got banned from Twitter for doing nothing more than asking questions about a woman that you had on your show who claims to be a sexual trafficking survivor and is working directly with Elon to write the new rules on Twitter. That's a news story. There is no way to deny it.
Yeah, and you're not talking about that, Tim, which is kind of fucking bit shady.
And it's people who you're allegedly friends with.
Yeah.
Or not, maybe not friends, but friendly with.
And
like Jeremy, like Brittany Venti.
And Tim, if you don't address the story, people are going to fill in the blanks in their own fucking direction.
Well, yeah, they are, but they've gone ahead and done it. Now they've made up that people think that Tim's fucking Eliza Blue because people are going to make stuff up. I don't
have any proof
evidence
he's
of that,
not.
by the way. Yeah, but who cares? Like, I don't have any proof that he is either.
Some people care. I don't know who. I'm playing
But
devil's advocate
still,
right now.
like, people are gonna make shit up like that when you're not addressing the situation. You just
Yeah, I
have
know.
to address it. All you have to do is make one 10-minute video going like, "Hey, weird shit going on with Eliza Blue and Twitter," and then guess what? It would have gone away. Instead, much like Eliza Blue, you've Streisanded.
Yeah,
Psychological
no, it's great.
reactance. It's how it works, and it's the clinical social science term is psychological reactance.
Typically, I don't talk about me because most people who follow me don't know and don't care. But I'll give you an example of what this is. Did I attack my own fans? The answer is no, I didn't. Obviously, you're watching this. You're a fan. I never attacked you. Why?
That is the worst cop I've ever fucking heard.
Wait, I mean, we just watched the clip.
You didn't touch all the fans, you fucking idiot, Tim. That's like disingenuous as shit. Come on.
You attacked some who were
Yes.
asking you to talk about this, and you straight up told people if they don't like it to go, you
Fuck
know, stick it where
themselves.
the sun don't shine. Yeah. So, like, it's not. I mean, is a title a little bit hyperbolic, and then the thumbnail hyperbolic? Yeah, I guess so, but only. But it's not. Does it get to the crux of it? Yeah, it gets to the crux of the issue. You did attack some fans. That's true. And you said anyone who didn't like it should leave. So I'm sorry, but Jeremy's not wrong in his framing there.
Why is Jeremy Hambley lying on his channel? Just
It's
like
not
the
a
young.
lie. It's a generalization. It's not a lie. There's a difference between a generalization and falsification.
You were
right?
generalizing your fucking fans in this one fucking comment you just did 2 seconds ago, Tim.
That's true as well. Yes.
Turks.
Come
That's what
on.
people do. Their goal is just to make money, I guess. Now, of course, they'll accuse me of doing the same thing, but it's weird. I have no problem telling people who are spamming my chat to screw off. I don't care and I don't want your money. And then apparently they cancel their subscriptions, but I'm the person who wants money. I don't. I really don't. So let this be a more personal, let me address my goals and missions and what I think about all of this. I blocked Jeremy Hambley. Why? Because Jeremy Hambley is the rights or the anti-establishment version of the Young Turks. I never attacked my fans.
What?
Yes, you did. What in the
Jeremy
fuck
is
are you talking about?
You did, and Jeremy is the right-wing version of the Young Turks? Does that even make any sense to you?
No, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I guess he's saying because Jeremy like covers sensationalist shit, and you know.
He does. He's a drama queen. Jeremy himself says this. He doesn't think it as a bad thing. But to say
I'm defending Jeremy's generalizations, but not Tim's. Generalizations in a thumbnail is, I think, it
Jeremy,
really
but
can't.
I don't
like,
know.
You can't be precise in a thumbnail and get people to click on it. Otherwise, it would just be like a paragraph of text on the screen,
Yeah.
right?
Also,
you have to make a generalization in a thumbnail.
Yeah. Also, Jeremy hasn't done anything that's reprehensible that needs defending. Tim has. That's the difference here.
Yeah,
At least that's from my perspective. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what the fucking hell has Jeremy done? Tim, you look fucking nuts right now.
I mean,
Like,
like,
if-
look, Jeremy
it's
did
just him fucking
flake on
doubling down.
Tim. Jeremy did flake on Tim, but it is weird because it seems like Tim was like expecting Jeremy to cover the Eliza Blue situation, or that he was going to cover it, or that Brittany Venti was, but then Cassandra Fairbanks, or Cassandra, I'm sorry, what's her last name now? Oh shoot, what's her husband?
Which
I'm
one?
so sorry. Cassandra Fairbanks. I'm going to say Cassandra Fairbanks. I think it's
I
mixed
don't
something,
I don't know who
right?
these people are.
Cassandra Fairbanks is Tim's booker.
Oh.
That was her name that she came up in the space or whatever, right?
Again, I don't watch Tim.
Well, Cassandra Fairbanks has been a creator for years.
Oh,
But
is it?
McDonald, thank you. Yeah, Cassandra McDonald, she's always been really nice to me. This is another reason why, again, I feel so awkward about talking about this, because I like everybody involved.
Some people can be degenerate homosexuals.
Well, I don't know what this, I hate this. I absolutely fucking hate it. I don't think Tim's in the right here, though. Again, I think it was really simple to deal with this. I don't know why Tim has chosen to handle it the way he's handling it.
Because he has a
I don't-
massive ego.
I guess, I don't know.
On Timcast IRL in the super chat section, as people were asking me questions about Eliza Blue, I pointed out I'm not going to disavow someone I don't care about. Someone who'd been on the show 2 times out of 710 episodes. 2. Really don't care about Eliza Blue. We book a lot of people. We book the Krasensteins. We've booked.
Tim, if she's not important enough, then why don't you just disavow her because she's not important enough?
Then just disavow, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make. I call bollocks on this.
Well, that's why it's weird, right?
bullshit.
If you don't care about her, and now look at the stuff that people were talking about. You have to actually look into the situation. You send, you send your reporter out, Shane Cashman, who is not so far reporting on in a massive document, saying anything about the actual accusations, an allegation. So, Tim, that's why people think this is a problem, and Actually, it's a really simple solution to all of it. All you had to do was just be like, hey, look, I'm hearing some things about Eliza Blue. I don't know, but we're gonna look into it. But then instead, you get mad about it. All Aiden's friends hate each other. Adam and such called Tim a grifter because he's an apostate to their tribe. Dude, yeah, I'm always in that position, and I don't really get. I mean, it's not fun necessarily, but I always try to be friendly with everybody. You know? Just not everyone. There's a couple people who cross the line where I'm not willing to be friendly anymore. But you have to really cross the line with me, because as Spoon can definitely assert and tell you, I'm the biggest fucking pushover on planet Earth in that kind of way. Like, I'll just, as Bill just says yes from down the stairs, like, if you just, if you could do like terrible shit to me, and then if you're just like, hey, sorry about that, I'll be like, that's okay. It's happened so many times in my life. So, I don't know. I'd like to be friendly with everybody who's not look, I don't want to be friends with Vosh. Okay, no thanks. But, you know, with everybody who I in any way respect, like even a little bit. I don't get any of this. I don't want anyone I don't want people to get mad, be mad at each other and be fighting. I don't like it. It's not fight, please. I'm still gonna put an afro on you in my thumbnail, Tim, but I'm not mad at you and I'm not trying to make fun of you. I think Bill is and Spoon is probably, but I'm not.
Matt Binder. We've booked people who are on the left, and I certainly would say are more grifterish than she. But for some reason, these people care all so much about it. Well, it's fake. When Jeremy makes videos about Joe Rogan, he gets less views than he makes videos about me. That's why he does it. I don't like it. I can't stand it. And you know what? Hopefully, making this video will make these people stop following me. I will make less money, and I will be less relevant to all of these people, because I will say it, and I will say it proudly. I never wanted to be famous. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about being rich. I don't want your money. There are ideas that I care about, and if I care about them enough, I will talk about them.
I actually do believe Tim on that. Spoon, you still there? Hello? Oh, Spoon seems to have left. What the fuck? Oh, he left the fucking call. Where the fuck? Hello?
What?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Did you fall asleep?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
I said just give me a moment. I want to go get a drink.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't know. Sorry. I didn't hear you. My bad. I'm retarded.
Pay attention.
I do. I do believe Tim, if you miss it there, that he doesn't care about money to a certain degree. I don't think he does.
Yeah, it's very difficult not to care. You don't really have to care about money when you're fucking drowning in it.
I guess that's true. I do think Tim cares about principles, but that's why people find this to be an issue, Tim, because it's not principled to not cover it. That's the problem.
I don't think people think Tim has principles. Not
Really?
right now, he fucking doesn't. Yeah.
No, not right now, but this is why, because all you had to do was just cover it. All you had to do was talk about it for 10
Tim
minutes, and
gives
it would
a
have been over.
massive shit about money.
He makes fucking 20 videos a day.
Yeah.
To just make one, talking about the Eliza Blue thing, and it would have been over. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't make 20 videos, but he makes 10 plus the live stream. You make 10 videos a day plus your live stream. Like, just fucking talk about it for one segment for 10 minutes. Instead of making a 50-minute long video like this where you're going to shove it right in the middle so that people have to go find it.
So by all means, picking up your trash garbage and misrepresenting who I am and what I believe, Jeremy Hambley or the Young Turks, you're all the same as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you what I said.
He just said Jeremy and the Young Turks are the same.
Makeup, yes.
What
I said that earlier.
in the fuck, Tim?
No, I mean, like, I hope
That's
he doesn't get mad at me
insane.
about this. Like, but I'm not. Ultimately, there's nothing I can do about it. If he's,
No, Tim's full
I
of
think,
shit.
Look, I think he's having a rough time. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. I think, like, because this is unusual behavior. Like, I don't get it. Like, this is burning bridges. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't.
Yeah.
On my show, I said, I believed Eliza Blue is trying to be famous. And there is a PR firm that we know of that the belief I have, based on what I've seen, is they create about 50 fake accounts. They get about 50 people. I'm sorry, they get about 10 people to each make about 5 accounts and run them. Very, very easy to do. And you can watch videos of this where they have cell phones all over the walls. They then will go onto channels and spam the comments and say, cover this story and talk about this thing, in an effort to get prominent personalities to talk about it.
Okay, Tim. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that people were banned from Twitter. Unless you're saying that they had something to do with it. The real problem was the censorship. I don't care that people were spamming your chat. People were spamming your chat, bots or not, because Brittany Venti, Jeremy the Quartering, Camelot, 331, Yellow Flash, and a whole bunch of other people were banned from Twitter for talking about this woman
Yeah, also,
who has
Tim,
connections to Elon Musk. That's why people were talking about it.
Also, Tim, I don't know if you've noticed this, but people spam your fucking chat when you platform people all the fucking time. That's why when you say, oh, this is a PR stunt, fuck off, my dude. No, it isn't. That's fucking dumb. That's just straight up stupid.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why no one's buying that.
Yeah, a couple things I want to bring up here in chat.
We have more super chats.
I know. So FX Caliber 2514 for $5 says, does this mean every time Tim talks negative about someone he's playing into their PR game?
Yeah.
I just realize it goes both ways, right? Yeah. He's talking negative about TYT. He talks negative about TYT all the time. So do we, because they suck.
Yeah,
But
because
I'm
they're
not getting
cringing
paid.
gay.
I'm not getting paid to talk shit about TYT. M Sang for 5 says, honestly, I'm glad I'm not a popular YouTuber despite having an account since 06. I piss off everyone by ignoring everything. Laziness for the win. Yeah. Like, and there's benefits and detriments to being a YouTuber. It's a weird job to decide to do. It's not. Some people, I don't know. Like, I guess if you're like a video game YouTuber and you actually manage to like break through, it's probably like the easiest shit, right? Play video games and not have to worry about anything. I don't know. House of Hopper for 5 says, Tim uses misleading headlines with all caps words for clicks. Yes, he does it too.
Yeah, he does
exactly.
it as well.
Tim does it all the time. Only unfair when someone else does it. Also conflating all criticism with TYT criticism. Precise. Thank you, Hasso, because it's exactly correct. Like, he does it all the time because guess what? All of us do it. It's a unilateral, universal thing that we do. You have to make the headline and the thumbnail clickbaity so people want to actually click on it.
It's your advertisement.
Don't make it fake. You don't make it fake, but you want to make it like, oh shit, what's this about, you know?
Yeah, you want to make it interesting. You want to make a pop.
Trick or Treat for $10 says, part 1, I'm sorry for coming off as a simp, and I know Tim has let it go too far now, but Jeremy started getting personal right away. You are correct about that. Jeremy got personal about it very quickly. Jeremy started talking about Tim very early on in this, and I do think that was weird and not right and not good of Jeremy as someone who was supposed to go on his show and is supposedly friends with. I believe Tim was embarrassed at first, but Jeremy is why he dug in. Yeah, I think you're probably correct on that.
Jeremy did that address in a live stream, by the way.
Yeah. Bleach Demon for 2 says, unimportant. So when is Timmy having me on? You should go ask him. Kissa for £5 says, Aiden, a monarchist by default can't be a pushover, as that's the norm for Sims for Democracy Republic. Yeah, but I'm a monarchist. Doesn't mean I want to be the king or queen. The king or queen must be naturally strong, yet it's not me. Yeah, it's not me. It's I'm delegating that responsibility to somebody else.
Trump.
Which is funny because one of the things that people always often criticize me for as a monarchist is they go like, oh, so you want to be queen? No,
like,
not even
no.
a little. No,
we don't want that
absolutely not.
responsibility.
No,
actually,
thank you.
yeah.
No.
Like, we're libertarians, for our sakes. Like,
Yeah.
that's not
Right.
something we're particularly fans of.
Is Shane Cashman's part 2 out? Oh no, I didn't even see this. Oh god, it keeps getting worse. I have so many things I want to talk about tonight. We have to get through this because I want to talk about other shit. M Sang for 2 says, just learned I exceeded my tweet limit. That's new. There's a tweet limit? What?
Is there?
No way. I didn't think so. Trigger Chief for 10 says, part 2, almost all of Jeremy's videos included him talking negative about Tim. It did also include Jeremy saying, like, I don't want to talk about negative about Tim. I like Tim. But yeah, he was talking about Tim. Tim's not covering the story bothered me, but Jeremy was starting to make me feel like I had to pick between them. Yeah, he was doing a kind of weird divorced parents thing. I would agree with that.
Really? I didn't quite feel that way.
I watched Jeremy's videos, and I do think he said nothing but nice things about Tim, but it did give this like mommy and daddy are fighting impression to me.
No, but
Let's get back to this and then move
the
on.
reason I say I don't quite see it that way is because they're just content creators. Like, you can watch both of their fucking accounts.
I know.
It's like, what the
I know.
fuck?
But things get weird. They always do in this space like this, you know?
Tim
And it works.
drops at his fan.
Now, not
Yeah,
only
he
do you
does.
have
I'm
Jeremy
just
Hamlin with
reading,
1.47.
I'm just reading Trig's chat. The part 3, Jeremy even admitted that Tim interrupts his fans, and he does. The resulting coverage does feel like dogpiling, and it makes me feel so bad. And again, this has really pushed me into a bad space. Dude, you don't get that involved with content creators.
No,
They're basically shit stirrers.
the parasocial relationship that you're feeling with these people is, and I'm not going to try to be rude or mean here because I know that you're in a rough place.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it getting upset over it. These people, for the most part, some of them do care But for the most part, like we're talking about people like Tim and Jeremy, they've got millions and millions of subs. They do not have the time, and I'm not saying this in a negative way about either person. They don't have the time to in any way
Give a shit
care
about one individual person.
about an individual person.
Yeah.
Unless
Unless you call them out on a live stream, apparently, then they do.
Right. Well, like we're in the space where like we're and also it's the case for me because like sometimes occasionally I've gotten emails from people, right, who have said things like, I was gonna off myself, gonna kill myself, you know, and your videos like really helped me, and I don't even know how to respond to that, like outside of saying,
You pull a Homer Simpson.
great, I'm so glad that you didn't, you know, hurt yourself,
Yeah.
but like I can't believe it would be over my shitty fucking content. But then you can't be self-disparaging because then that, you know, devalues the value that they place upon your content. And you know, it's a weird space that we live in the internet, with parasociality being what it is.
I hope I don't ever get that kind of message.
But don't, oh, goodness. Like it, like I'd say
that'll weigh heavy on my soul.
I say about twice a year I get those.
Oh, really?
And it's, yeah, it does weigh heavy on you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God, it weighs heavy on you because you think, oh, you know,
like, wow, that's a lot of power to have.
It's not. I guess it is power, but you don't want to think about it that way. Of just when people are telling you that you did something good, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, hey, you did something that made me feel better, and it's like, yay! I mean, that's the best thing I could ever
Help as a content creator.
I could ever do in my life is to make somebody step back from that ledge. You know what I mean?
Personally, I just like it if people quote my jokes in the chat.
Yeah,
Like
that's most of it.
Yeah, but like
But, you know,
that makes me happy. Like if I see
this
some in the
stuff-
chat quoting a joke, it means they found it funny.
But this stuff does matter to people. Like parasociality is a real thing, and it matters to people. And just, you know, I'm not saying like don't get parasocially attached to Tim Pool or Jeremy the Quartering or what, because it's going to happen no matter what. Like you feel like you know them just because it's how the human psyche works. We're not evolved to be able to not be able to differentiate. But like also understand that like for the most part, and myself included, we're never going to know who you are. You know, and it's not on purpose. It's not malicious. It is just the way that it is. And I wish it wasn't that way, but there's no way for it to be different, right? You know, there's no way that I can know absolutely every single person who watches my video. I can't possibly. I don't have enough. There's not enough time in the day. There's not enough. I certainly don't have enough emotional energy to like be friends or try to befriend every single person who watches my videos. I die, right? Like there's not enough, but just not enough me, you know.
I would go like, oh my God, I have work to do and I can't do this all the day.
No, I do have juicy work to do, but found that I paid $50. I paid £50 for a study, and luckily it's worth it. Sometimes I've paid that much money for a study, and I've been like, this one's good.
Gay.
It's got 3 experiments in it, worth it. I asked on the Sci-Hub and nobody responded to me. And I was like, eventually, you know what? I'll fulfill my own request. Fuck you. Anyway, let's finish the Tim thing and then get into other stuff.
10 people to each make about 5 accounts and run them. Very, very easy to do. And you can watch videos of this where they have cell phones all over the walls. They then will go onto channels and spam the comments and say, cover this story and talk about this thing, in an effort to get prominent personalities to talk about it. And it works. Now, not only do you have Jeremy Hambley with 1.47 million followers making up videos where he says Tim Pool blasts his viewers, when I quite literally said, these people are clearly not fans. We've gained members at timcast.com. There's no basis behind this. It's just the same Young Turks garbage.
It's not Young Turks garbage. It's the truth. Somebody gave you money and said, hey, I'm unsubscribing because this is bullshit. And then you said, fuck you. See, you don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah, Tim, this is fucking cope.
This is cope. This is cope.
It's the same thing I've been complaining about for months as they make up fake things about me. It's the same thing I complain about with Sam Cedar, who makes up fake things about me.
Dude, it's when the entire internet is saying, what the fuck are you doing? That's not people who are paid, you fucking idiot. That's people who can see the shit you did and went, what the fucking hell has he done this? This is the worst fucking take, Tim.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. You actually double down. You fucking double down. Why? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. Keza for £5 says, Aiden is why I'm the monarch here. And this is why, if you're in any debate about monarchy, you should call me as the Englishman around here. Well, I asked him, but he was being a big baby. A trick or treat for $10.
So mature,
says part 3.
just so mature.
Jeremy
I can
even
see the
admitted
smug
in the
cat face as well.
you know the smug cat face. I was
Yeah.
Trick or treat for 10 says Jeremy even admitted in the Tim erupts at his fans vid, the resulting coverage does feel like dog. Makes me feel so bad. Again, this has really pushed me into a bad space. Don't feel in a bad space. It's gonna be okay. This will
blow over
pass,
in a
okay?
couple of days. Trust
It'll
me.
pass. The worst for another $10. Trick or treat says the worst part is I believe in early 2021 the Incredible Salt line. Jeremy said that people being blackpilled should just end it to not bring others down. It really bothers me not. Did he say that? I don't. I listen to Tism quite frequently,
Jeremy would
and
say.
it does sound like something he would say, but don't listen to that shit. Man. Like,
Read the white pill.
I've been blackpilled. It doesn't mean you should end it. Man.
Read
Okay.
the white pill and then find out how to hate communists.
Yeah, I really want to get through this.
It's the same thing I complained about with Hassan Piker, a prominent leftist personality, who even when I defend him, finds reason to criticize my agreements with him, going so far.
Yeah, Tim, don't defend Hassan Piker. He's a fucking weirdo.
Dude,
He hates you.
I'm sorry.
If Hassan Piker had what Hassan Piker would slit your throat in the street because you're not a communist. That's how Hassan Piker feels.
Dude, Tim, stop comparing Jeremy to like fringe fucking
TYT
young
and
Turks people.
Hassan.
Yeah, this is ridiculously fucking dumb.
It is. It's absurd.
It's
Hassan Piker
fucking
is a
cringe.
crazy person. He's a crazy rich person, but
He's
he's a crazy
also
person.
a massive bitch who will let trans
Trick or
people
treat.
bully him out of playing fucking games.
Hey, Trick or Treat, don't feel sorry for complaining. You're absolutely fine. You didn't have to pay me or pay us anything for that, you know? Thank you. And you can unload and you don't have to pay it anywhere here in this chat and also in our Discord that I linked. I think is still pinned in the comment. Or did I change it with it? Oh, I changed it with the Kickstarter.
Even though
but,
I'm never there.
Yeah, well, you can always come and hang out with a lot of good people who are friendly
me.
and chill in our Discord. Not usually Spoon, but I am there sometimes, so...
Yeah.
As to when I said we shouldn't be spending money on wars overseas, like Ukraine, he then says, he laughs, says I'm wrong, and then says the military-industrial complex is the problem, which is funny because it's like, my guy, we completely agreed. You've not provided a justification for the $100 billion we spent in Ukraine.
Yeah, because Hassan Piker is a moron, Tim.
Yeah, Tim, he's an idiot. What the fuck? You're expecting
you
like
expect-
serious political commentary from fucking Hassan
Piker is a kind of evil person and an idiot.
Yeah, he
doesn't care.
He's a retard.
He's just there to make money off of hating on everything slightly right of center.
Yeah.
And everything center because he's a socialist. But of
Which
course,
is bizarre
he needs to be
because in
charge.
this instance,
he needs to be in
he
charge
ends
of the
up-
socialism where he gets all, all your money.
Yeah.
Ukraine. It's fake. That's all it is. And there are a lot of people who really want that. There's a lot of people who really care about that. Good for you. You're not going to get it from me. I don't care. I think there's a lot of really messed up things happening in this world. And I'm not convinced that we're headed in a positive direction that's going to be able to solve these things because this is what people really want. 300. What do we have? Here we go. Tim Pool blasted for article. An article I didn't write. Shane Cashman wrote it. He works here. But he puts my name in the video because
Shane Cashman works for Tim.
Because he works for you,
Pool.
you dumbass.
He works for he writes for Timcast. He writes for your website. It's on your website that the article is hosted. How can you possibly?
Tim, this
Possibly.
is a really, really bad cope.
It is, and I didn't realize how bad this was. Well, I don't know. It came out while we were streaming, so how could I have known?
as people are obsessed with me. I would love it if people weren't. Tim Pool blocks me, 317,000 views, and they attacked me for doing it. There's literally nothing you can...
Because you blocked him, you
did.
fucking
You
idiot!
blocked him.
What the fuck?
You didn't have to block him. It's Jeremy. Like he's not after you. I don't think so. I don't get that impression whatsoever. I don't think Jeremy is trying to hurt you. He's trying to grift a little bit, maybe, but that's what Jeremy does. Oh, you want me to play the clip of Hassan Piker? I'll play it in a minute after we get done with the full thing.
do in this space. Jeremy Hambley...
Sorry, just recognizing Minnesota Fats' $5 super chat. Thank you, by the way. And Kizza for 5 also says, Hassan Piker is a massive bitch who almost cried at Twitch calling over Sam Hyde. Yeah, I know. Me and
Yeah,
Spoon
that
could
was
easily
funny.
smash him in 30 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna... I'll put it up just for, for fun.
Oh, that is Hassan Piker!
Hassan Piker! I'm coming to kill you.
That was the fucking funniest clip there.
No, in real life.
The Sam Cedar, they're not the only ones. The crew, Brittany Venti. I mean, these channels.
Brittany Venti has not said anything negative about you, Tim, by the way. I've watched all her streams. I've watched all her streams about this. She hasn't said anything negative about you, Tim, not whatsoever. You're looking at thumbnails. You're not listening to what we're saying, though. Brittany Venti has had nothing negative to say about you, Tim. I know. I talked to Brittany about this.
She's not on Discord, isn't she?
Yeah, I have Brittany on Discord.
Yeah.
Why Brittany had to be on Discord because I was really talking to her on email because I said, like, we should work on something about this Eliza Blue thing because I'm frustrated about it and I want to do like a documentary. Now, Fair and Balance is doing a documentary. I need to reach out to Farron to be like, hey, if there's there's only one thing that I have to I think really add as value to the universe, and that is that I'm a really good research goblin. I'm excellent. You tell me to research something, oh, I'll find it. I'll figure. I'm real good at it. If you would like to have like the scientific side of this documentary, tell me. It will be done in 2 days. Okay? I'll have all the maybe 3, but I'll read all the fucking research. I'll write it all up. I'll do it, and I would be more than happy to work on Fair and Balance's documentary, or anybody's documentary about Eliza Blue, because I don't like what she's done to my friends, and it's that goddamn simple. It's that simple. Now, also, she's hurting survivors. That's way worse. But where does my interest come in? I mean, like, yeah, I hate that she's hurting actual survivors of sexual trafficking. Like, that is objectively the worst part. But why do I get involved? Because you fucked with my friend. I would have been angry about this in the first place because she's screwing with survivors of sexual trafficking and human trafficking. But then you also fuck with my friends. And that's where I draw the line. No. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say stuff about it. I'm not gonna stay quiet. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not happening. It's not that complicated. I'm not a bot, Tim. I don't like people screwing with my friends. That's all it is. I mean, that's what really has that's what pushed me over the edge. Like, I would have looked into it anyway. That's what pushed me over the edge and being mad about this, is that you fucked with my friends.
I don't care for. They don't talk about things that are going to change the way you buy food. They're not going to help you raise your kids. They're not going to solve the problem of crime skyrocketing in your city. They're not going to help you understand why...
And neither of the shit you talk about, Tim.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is
all of
not
us are just
exactly
talking about shit on the
complaint.
internet. All of us are
Yes.
just talking about shit online. It's... yeah, like...
Yeah, this is
criminals are being let out of jails. But there's a large portion of the internet that really, really wants this. Absolutely loves it. Don't follow me if...
Well, guess what? Everybody likes drama, okay? Like, don't pretend like it's not everybody. Everybody likes drama. Everyone's interested in it. It's just how it is.
That's you. I don't know how to solve this stuff, but I'll tell you some stuff externally outside of all of this as to why I'm done with it. I'm completely done with it.
Well, you know.
Cancel your subscriptions at timcast.com if this is what you want. I never wanted your money in the first place. I asked for your memberships at timcast.com because we want to open a coffee shop. We want to open a coffee shop. The contractors are there. They're planning it because we want people to be able to come to a place to share ideas, to resist what I view as the corruption of what was once a great country, the degradation, the psychotic woke cult. That's what I want to do. What I don't care for is grifters, outright grifters.
Who is a grifter now, Tim? The Quarterine? Brittany Venti? Brittany Venti is still suspended on Twitter. How is she grifting off of this?
Also, Tim
Twitter
calling
is-
out
is
people a
the-
grifter is pretty rich, actually.
Twitter is the main way that even I and everybody else that gets in contact with viewers. I mean, yeah, you can use the YouTube, community tab, but people don't look at that shit. They look at Twitter. And now Brittany Venti can't inform her fans or her viewers at all as to what she's talking about because she's banned. And based Brittany Venti refuses to take down her tweets out of principle, which is mad fucking respect, you know? Mad respect. It's not grifting. If he was a grifter, she would take down the tweet and would apologize or whatever and suck Eliza Blue's asshole, which she's not
Nobody
doing.
wants to do.
Oh God, no! You don't know what's down, but I don't think it's good.
They'll accuse me of fine. That's fine. But I'll tell you this right now. I'd have no problem, as I always say, hopping in my van and going down by the river and just living it and giving everything up. In fact, it'd probably be a whole lot easier. So I would appreciate it if people who followed Sam Cedar, the Young Turks, Hassan, and the Quartering weren't following my channel.
Don't lumping them
off,
together
Tim.
is so nonsensical. It's so
Yeah.
nonsensical. You know they have nothing to do with each other. besides the fact that they're criticizing you, but they're criticizing, but the coordinator is
You know
criticizing you
Jeremy's
for a
gonna
totally
talk about
different
this.
reason. Oh, there's no, he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
Because I think this is the kind of lowbrow garbage that doesn't actually solve any problems. Tim Pool attacks his fans. Literally didn't do it. It's not relevant.
Yes,
it has nothing to do with
did.
anything.
fucking did, dude.
Literally, you did. Literally, you did. Like, don't trust your lying eyes and ears. What are you talking about? We just watched it. We just watched it, and like 30 minutes ago. What are you talking about, Tim?
Why talk about this stuff? I get it.
Why talk about this stuff? Because you wouldn't.
'Cause
You
wouldn't, you
forced it to be
fucking
this way.
moron.
Like, you forced it to be this way. I didn't want it to be this way, but you forced it into this. It's ridiculous.
Some people like it. Okay. I'll tell you about some personal stuff in my life and why I'm so ready to be at this point. And
I kind of want to hear about Tim's personal stuff. Do you?
Not really.
Let's go into other topics because I'm tired of this. Are you right with that?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about?
All right.
The critical race thing?
Oh, we have that whole video. It's like 30 minutes. I have a couple of other. I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the highlights from.
Ask the chat.
Okay, so here's what we got, guys. I think I've got to spin for like an hour and a half. So before he goes to Sleepy Spoonland. The topics are the Wizard game. I want to cover the Wizard game stuff a little bit, and other woke pop culture stuff. Biden's State of the Union, and
Just cringing gay.
some of the crazy shit that's going on there. And then I have the satanic Grammys performance, which is nuts.
I didn't even pay attention to that because the Grammys are fucking cringe.
It's really short. How about this? Like, I'll try to cover stuff pretty quickly. We can do it. I'm gonna share my screen with you, okay? And then we'll cover. I'm just gonna cover some, and we'll see where it goes. How about that?
Okay.
All right, I'm sharing my screen with you.
And the racist thing. Oh, whoops.
Just let me know when
There we
you
go.
got it up. Okay. So Hogwarts Legacy site shows if a Twitch streamer has streamed the game. This is fucked up. So there's this website called Have They Streamed That Wizard Game, which was made by a woke crazy person, and it lets you figure out this person, Sam Gibb. It lets you figure out if someone is streaming Hogwarts Legacy so that you can boycott them, and people have claimed they've also been getting DDoSed. Because of course they are.
This has been taken down, by the way.
It is down now.
Yeah.
But it's just like you can't even play the game without them freaking out, losing their minds, and saying, we're going to actively harass you.
Yeah.
Which
We're
is why
playing a game
video game.
online.
Right, which is why Hassan Piker is a big baby bitch and is too afraid to play it by his own words.
Yes. It's not worth
Yeah.
getting bullied, like you absolute F word.
Right. The reason why I'm not playing this game, and I know a bunch of other people who are not playing the game, is because we know that it's not worth getting fucking bullied endlessly and getting called transphobic endlessly. We have massive queer communities and audiences, Hassan explained. Everybody fucking knows how much leftist motherfuckers love to chirp on the internet. They've got no power. All they do is chirp, chirp, chirp. Yeah, they do have... Hassan, if they didn't have power, why would you care if they bullied you?
Also, can we
And that's
just can we just laugh at this moment that the absolute fucking absurdity that if you play this game, this makes you a transphobe. By whose fucking standards?
If you just play a fucking wizard game,
Yes.
you're a transphobe and you need to be canceled and destroyed.
That's just fucking
By the way,
dumb. That's just straight up stupid.
I pre-ordered it. I didn't get the early access thing, so I can't play it until the 10th. But I was gonna ask if you guys want to see me play this game. I really don't like streaming when I play games because I'm not very good at a lot of games, first and foremost, and secondly, I just kind of like with a game like this where it's an RPG. It's an experience that I kind of want to have by myself. I don't know if anyone wants to see me stream it.
Now, bear in mind, people, you will piss off the Rainbow Mafia if you do.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a single fuck.
No,
I don't give
the
a single
fans.
flying fuck. Oh. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you'll be pissing them off if you watch it. Which is a
Well,
good reason to watch it.
Look, I bought the game. The first game I've wanted to play since Cyberpunk, and I didn't like Cyberpunk. So,
Yeah, because Cyberpunk shit.
well, it was broken when it came out.
Yeah,
So,
same thing.
whatever. I don't know. Here's the gamer Now, this outlet, The Gamer, previously reported that they were not going to review Hogwarts Legacy because it's transphobic. But here they are. By the way, they've got about 50 articles about this game. Okay? This is just one. Let's talk about bullying people for playing Hogwarts Legacy. The big news in the wake of Hogwarts Legacy's launch is that a cisgender white girl cried about it. Nothing should surprise me with a Harry Potter game, but I will admit this is a bold new direction. Trans people and their allies are now bullies for explaining why they don't support the game. Victim cosplay is back in fashion. You literally made a website to go and harass people for streaming it. Which isn't just like big streamers, it's regular ass people. The sentiment has been growing for a while now. Streamers and players who consider themselves good people are upset after supporting Hogwarts Legacy. Not everyone agrees with them. The lack of agreement upsets them. Because it's ridiculous. Because you're not just a lack of agreement, you're saying that if you play this game, you're evil and need to be destroyed. That's the problem, idiot.
Which is cringe and gay.
Yes, it is cringe and gay.
And also
so
makes no fucking sense.
And so if you're behind this sinister campaign, you must be a dirty, rotten bully. Yeah, they made some woman cry the other day. Yeah, victim cosplayers are whinging about victim cosplaying. Yeah, guess what? These people are the definition of victim cosplay. So, nice job, projecting. I know not everyone agrees, blah, blah, blah. I know the creator of this world uses her income and platform to help legislate lives out of existence. J.K. Rowling legislates lives out of existence. She's literally killing people.
I hate these people.
They live in a total fantasy makeup world.
Yeah, of course they do.
And it's why they care so much about Harry Potter. It's the only fiction they've ever read, and they're obsessed with it. And then they can't deal with the fact that J.K. Rowling is not... even though she does nothing but constantly support trans people, there's a trans character in the game. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but they're mad about the trans character in the game. There's a trans character in the game, and they hate the trans character. They hate their own representation because the character's name is Sirona Ryan. Do you see the problem with that character's name?
What, Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it's funny.
Her name is Sirona Ryan, and her last name is male-coded Ryan. So therefore, the whole thing is actually just a transphobia. I forgot to also play the Hassan Piker. Pike. I'm coming to kill you. I just want to see it because I love it every time.
What, that clip?
I was supposed to play it before, but I forgot. Whoop. Just real quick, just as a quick aside on the Harry Potter shit.
Oh,
what? Okay. What is up with this? Okay.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lads.
You know it, lads.
You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did.
Well, that's your winner, son.
You use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did.
The funniest thing is when he said, "I'm gonna attack you in your house," and it's like, no, in real life. Yeah.
No, in real life.
life.
I love it so much.
God,
Oh my
funny
god. No one is asking you to give up Harry Potter. Yeah, you actually are though, idiot.
Yeah, you are. You're saying if you play this game, you're a transphobe. Like, who gives a shit?
I don't give a shit. This came to a head on the channel Girlfriend Reviews, which touts itself as a wholesome place, much like certain mainstream gaming outlet. Only considers whether a game is fun to play or not. How dare you decide whether or not a video game is fun or not? A short clip of the game paused where the boyfriend and girlfriend complain about comments. Yeah, well, they were the comments that were being left were telling the woman to fucking off herself. Okay, they were telling them both to off themselves for being transphobic.
Did I ever show you this meme?
What meme? That's
that one.
Oh no, I can't. That's a good stone toss one, but I don't know if I can put that on screen.
It's great, though, isn't it?
No, Cerberus. Trans wizards are just as good as cisgender ones. Look at how fast they learn levitation.
And then it's just a body hanging from the ceiling. You can probably guess what they did.
Yeah,
it's.
I think I can put it on screen.
What the fuck, Aiden?
I put it on screen. Why?
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, it is spicy. Listen to this bullshit, though. A short clip of the game pause. She's crying. You can hear her cry. Leading the girlfriend to leaving has become a figurehead for how trans people have morphed overnight from the world's victim into the world's bully. You've been bullies for years. For years. Okay? For fucking years. You've been bullying everyone into your dumb fucking shit. Was this person bullied? Did they actually even cry? Neither of these things have any real proof behind them. I need to see proof of your tears. This is one of the main news stories from the launch. The titular girlfriend suggests her boyfriend that they take a break, then leaves. You can hear her crying. The clip doing the rounds does not show her crying, and the fact that the boyfriend elects to stay on stream and finish the combat area suggests he was not in extreme emotional anguish that others have tried to paint it as. He's trying to keep running the fucking stream, you sociopath! Stacy Henley? Who are you, by the way?
Probably trans.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell from the picture, but...
The fact that we can't tell is kind of telling itself.
Possible. So, but would you be happier if they were crying? Would that make you feel better?
See, this
That's
is
what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted. You wanted to cry.
See, this is what happens when you give these people a fucking inch.
Look at what they do. They take a fucking mile. They want to hurt you. They want to hurt you. There's also no chat in the clip being circulated, meaning we don't know if the team are upset by people asking reasonable questions about their decision to support the game
Fuck off.
that they do not want to answer, or whether there are more extreme messages lined with threats and insults. Just fuck yourself. Honestly, fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. I don't want to read any more of this article. Just fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you so fucking hard. Fuck you.
It's not often
I'm
we
gonna
hear
play
Aiden
the
swear more
goddamn
than I
game.
do.
Fuck you. Because this irritates me. You're a bad person. You're openly a terrible fucking person. And I'm tired of pretending that you're not. You are. Here's some more game news. Disney plus Star Wars leans towards exploring Luke Skywalker's LGBTQ identity.
Why must you ruin everything?
Because they have to. It's Marxist subversion. They have to destroy everything. They have to. They have to destroy and subvert everything to
Cringe
destroy people's
homosexuals.
enjoyment of things so that they're like, man, why does my life suck so much? Everything in life sucks. Well, you know what the answer is? Communism. That's what it's about. Making you become reliant upon the state. That's what it's about. So now Luke Skywalker is gay. There was a recent book that came out. The focus of discussions about LGBTQ representations, Luke Skywalker. In June 2022, a short story was published in Stories of Jedi and Sith, which Luke Skywalker was depicted as being attracted to a man. The story is now out as a part of Disney's Star Wars canon. However, not everyone's on board with making Luke Skywalker part of the LGBT community, as this is a significant departure from George Lucas's original version for the character and the Galactic Saga universe. Yeah, I mean, he wanted to screw his sister. I don't know, does that make you part of the LGBTQ?
No, that just makes you southern.
Hey, I'm from the South. Don't be rude. Anyway, what ridiculous.
I stand by what I said.
Ridiculous. Where was I? Oh, okay. So, this is horrifying. It's gonna get more horrifying here in a minute. So, teacher demands that students pledge allegiance to the
Allegiance to
pride
the flag
Watch this.
of the United States of America. And
This is a teacher, by the way. I don't know how.
That's not a
It
teacher,
looks
that's
like
a mop.
It looks like a high school. I mean, it looks like high school level, right? I don't
South
know.
African, maybe fuck off.
I'm not sure
dare you
like
insult my
what
country.
age range. It looks like high school though. But this person, they're wearing pajamas to teach, and they've got this really stupid haircut.
I mean, I would fall asleep in their class too.
to the republic for which it stands,
They've got Naruto and anime shit all over the wall.
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So you saw that though, right? It's like they're like, where's the flag? There's no flag. Except for here is my flag. It's this gay race flag. Okay, yeah.
By the way, this is gonna sound like the biggest no shit thing I'll ever say, but there is something wrong with these people.
No shit.
No, but I mean, like, how can I say this? How stupid and broken do you have to be as a person to look at everything that you advocate for is hated?
Yeah.
That to me is weird.
You're hateful. You're hateful towards everybody else around you.
Yeah, but like, how long can you be in this bubble before you realize everything I advocate for is hated? Every franchise that I like that pushes crap doesn't sell well. Every movie that I do doesn't fucking sell well. Every TV show,
Nobody likes it. Yeah.
Everyone hates everything that I am. Why the? I don't understand how you wouldn't look at that and go, maybe the problem is me.
Yeah. A Bleach Demon for 2. Can we talk about the Oklahoma insurrection? Yep, I've got it in the docket. Kizza for £5 says, Aiden Spoon, I'll be tempted to do some streaming this Saturday, as I know I have extremely good internet now. Broken Crown Racing on F122. Anyone? Maybe. And then Kizza for another £5 says, Aiden Spoon, please check your Discord DMs and show it on stream. The chat will love you for a very long time. Hang on. Whoop.
Yeah, water is wet. Yeah, pretty much. By the way, that's Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, we showed that, yeah. It's not Ashton Kutcher.
That is a young Ashton Kutcher.
It looks like him, though. No, but he's a Catholic schoolboy that spoke out against transgenders in the schools, in school women's bathrooms, and shared that there are only 2 genders, has been arrested in Canada. Arrested.
Canada, you guys are fucking
A teenager arrested for saying there's 2 genders. On Sunday, TGP reported a high school student in a Catholic school in Canada was suspended from his school for speaking out against transgender bathrooms, sharing the belief that there's 2 genders. Fox News reports, Catholic high school student was reportedly arrested Monday after being suspended for protesting against transgender people use of bathrooms and saying there are only 2 genders. Now he's appealing to Ontario's Human Rights Tribunal. Good luck there. Josh Alexander is just 16 years old, said leadership of St. Joseph's Catholic High School in Renfrew, Ontario, told him that his continued attendance would, quote, be detrimental to the physical and mental well-being of transgender students, according to the Epoch Times. The high school junior tweeted that Ontario police arrested and charged him after he attempted to attend class in violation of an exclusion order following his suspension earlier this year. So they're literally arresting high schoolers for attending high school if they think there's just 2 genders. This is so beyond fuck. This is unconscionable. Unfucking believable. You can't even obtain a high school education if you don't agree with their nonsense. I mean,
do you know how I would solve this problem? Privatize education.
Well, this is a private school, though.
Is it?
It's a Catholic school. It's a private school. This is at a private school that this happened. A private Catholic school. A private, not a public school, a private Catholic school.
Oh,
that's how deep the infestation is in Canada.
Let's go homeschooling.
Completely. Yeah, you gotta homeschool. I mean, I guess, what else are you supposed to do? So here's the thing in Oklahoma. So, Trans Lives Matter stormed and occupied the Oklahoma Capitol on February 7th. Now remember that storming the Capitol is the most evil thing you can ever do. It's literally worse than 9/11, but this is fine. You get the gist.
By the way, I really like this clip, actually.
The state bans homeschooling in Canada? Really?
How the hell are they going to do that?
I guess that'd be they try to do. So do you think that the transgender stuff's going to go too far to the point where I think they already are? People are getting real pissed off at it.
Yeah, people are already fed up with this. But the reason I like this clip is because I can show this and say, this is why democracy is fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because why in the fucking hell would you have a crowd of morons that pay attention to any fucking word what these morons say? If there's a whole bunch of crowd time and just tell them to go fuck themselves.
So here's the bill that they're protesting. It would prohibit Oklahoma doctors from providing gender transition procedures or referral services relating to such procedures for anyone under the age of 26. I have a problem with that age. 26, that's pretty old, okay? You know, like, if it was anyone under the age of 18, understandable. 26, a little different. So I also think that this bill's a little scuffed, okay? 26, if it's under 18, I would understand it, but it's 26, and I don't agree with that. You're a full-grown adult, okay? I mean, everything else in the law considers you an adult when you're 21. So I would say under 18, yeah, prohibit that, but under 26, that's a little bit silly. Kids for £5 says, hey Adam, monarchs didn't have people arrested for stating biological facts, unlike your current democracies or republics. Finally piped.
It's based.
Well,
It's true.
arrested you for other things though. To be fair. So it's titled as woke propaganda for kids, but I don't remember what this is. Oh god. Okay, so this is really infuriating. I used to watch The Proud Family when I was a kid, or like a teenager, I guess. Like this show came out like when I was, like a young teen, and The Proud Family was just funny. I don't know. It was a fun Disney TV show, but they've rebooted it, and because they've rebooted it, of course. Now
It has to be woke and shit.
It has to be woke as hell. Oh, Michael for $2 says they chose 26 because that's the parents' insurance. Yeah, probably. So I think your parents' insurance runs out when you're 25. So that actually is probably why they're doing this. So yeah, this is insane cringe. Here's The Proud Family, which used to just kind of be a fun sitcom cartoon show, and this is the reboot, and this is what it looks like. Now, by the way, the plot is that the characters. So this character in green, second to the left, is a new character, and she's introduced as being woke. Yeah, Oscar Proud was a good father, and look at how they treat him. Yeah, they've completely screwed up these characters, but this is Disney Plus's. Yeah, even Bill likes The Proud Family, and he's hilariously racist, according to him. So, like, it was a fun show, and this is what they do with it. It's just so cringe. Guys, put on your vests and helmets. You're about to experience some extreme fucking cringe.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
What? Yeah, slaves built the entire United States. Everything in the U.S.
I have a
is
question.
made by slaves.
I have a question for you. Other countries also have slaves. Why the hell are they not as prosperous as the West?
Other countries have slaves right now.
Yeah, and why are they not as prosperous as the Americas?
I don't know. They didn't have enough black slaves because black slaves are.
They only have black slaves.
They're mostly African countries, yes, but they need. I don't know. They need to be more specific or something. I don't know.
Maybe
don't ask questions.
Yeah, maybe it's because you need some white people.
Just clap. Just clap. Don't ask questions.
This land from sea to sea to sea. First it was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong, fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves. Built this
so off. All the way here, we're just like, oh.
country. The descendants of slaves continue to build this. Slaves.
Yeah. What? How?
Really? If I see where anywhere of your type of people go, it seems to be destruction.
I mean, like, black people. I thought this was a whole complaint: is that black people are overwhelmingly impoverished and rely on government welfare.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you're still building the country, but okay.
Yeah. Built this country, and we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering and continue to
You haven't
earn
earned shit.
How? You haven't earned shit. You haven't done anything.
All
you haven't done
is
anything.
Bitch. Your ancestors actually worked. You don't do fucking anything.
You have not done anything. This makes me so sad because I used to like the Proud Family. Like, this is fucking pathetic.
Reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for. Slaves built this country. Not only
I hate it. I hate it. It's so cringy.
Field hands, but carpenters, masons, blacksmiths, musicians, inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker, Washington. 40 acres and a mule.
Okay. Like, what? Yeah, what about the Chinese that built the railroads? Everybody built this fucking country.
Look at the boomerang angle at the bottom.
Nonsense.
So how are Asians doing?
Yeah, how are the Asians doing? Right, yeah.
Is it maybe because Asians have a better set of behavior standards and maybe have more of an emphasis on education?
I mean, it's just
don't behave like victims all fucking day?
Yeah, it's complete. It's mythological. The cotton skyscraper, as you said.
Yeah. How the hell did Thomas Sowell become famous?
Called Pantera. Yeah, well, no, Thomas Sowell. He's because he's a Uncle Tom. That's how he got ahead. That's what they would say.
Seems to me Uncle Tom pays well.
Right.
Ask the twins.
40 acres, keep the mill. We made your families rich from the
Really? Oh, really? A lot of my family didn't come over to way after slavery. So, I mean, of course, this is all nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. It's a whole bunch of bullshit that is not true. I mean, some of it's true, but a lot of it's not. And this is for children on Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Plantation heirs. To the northern bankers. To the New England ship owners. The founding fathers. Former presidents. Current senators.
The Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves.
They brought the Illuminati and New World Order. So, I don't know. I mean, well, yeah, a lot of Jewish people did own slave ships. Yeah.
I was Dutch.
I heard the Dutch.
It was a lot of Dutch, too. It was a lot of Dutch as well.
That's why the Dutch are based.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dutch.
But who gives a fuck? This is like shit that happened forever ago, and I'm not saying that there's not any lasting impact of this, but this is not correct. Like it's vastly oversimplifying and dumbing down history, and then selling it to children in this like horrible way. This is really a comedy show, and it's just what the fuck is this?
Built this country. We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick D.
Then they say Lincoln freed the slaves.
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom.
So you're
Only
still
you can
enslaved?
save
Is that what
yourself, so you're
saying?
still enslaved? Yeah, I had the same.
So you're demanding reparations, which is demanding things from other people. That means you're not freeing yourself, is it? If you're demanding stuff from other people, that's not you doing something individually, is it? You're demanding shit from other people.
Again,
Segregation, redlining, public schools feeding private prisons where we become slaves again.
Public school? So being given access to public school is slavery.
why is it that only you are slaves, but everyone else can seem to get along fine? Why is it only you?
But American public schools are slavery.
As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding. Cause this country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. And we demand our 40 acres and a mule. Bump that! You can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
Oh my god. Yay! This is awful. It's
Unbearably cringe.
truly cringe. I mean, public school, but maybe like public school sucks, but like I don't. There's nothing about that has anything to do with slavery. That they're saying that them having free fucking education is slavery. Not in the way that I think that you're defining it. So I wanted. We'll get into Biden in the last segment. I wanted to just talk a little bit about the satanic Grammy stuff because some people are getting really mad about this. I don't know why. So here's what happened
cringe.
at the Grammys. It was cringe. I made a tweet about it, and a whole bunch of people like were mad at my tweet where they said like, "No, Aiden, it's not satanic.
It totally
This is satanic panic. This is satanic panic." All right, well, I don't know, guys. Tell me what the fuck you think. Is this satanic or not? This is Sam Smith at the Grammys. The music is turned on and changed because copyright stuff. This is just part of the performance. Women all dressed as devils. Sam Smith is dressed as Satan. And then the Grammys, CBS presents. Oh, brought to you by Pfizer. What?
That looks like a
Really?
fucking psyop.
I know, but it's not. It's real. Then there was this weird shit.
Oh god, look, evil devil shit. Brought to you by Pfizer.
By
It's like,
Pfizer.
dude, it's like, what the
CBS.
fuck?
So here's Sam Smith tweeting, the Grammys is going to be special tongue emoji, #Grammys. CBS responds, you can say that, we're ready to worship. Oh, but there's no Satan worshiping going on here,
What the
is
fuck,
there?
CBS?
They deleted this tweet, by the way.
I wonder why.
Jeez, I don't know. Why would they delete the tweet? Also, Madonna is angry because her face looks demonic, and she doesn't like that. But let me show you what we're talking about. Of course you can't.
'Cause you
But,
can't see.
Madonna gets
her face in this? Like, she looks fucked up. I thought her face was in this. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you look demonic. She says that it was sexist and ageist to say that she looks demonic.
I like the way
Well-
that she's covering her hands.
She's 64. You
Really?
look demonic. Yeah. She's had so much work done. She looks way older than 60. She looks weird. She looks so weird.
Does anyone remember the last time she made the headlines?
Yeah.
The last time she made the headlines from the controversies when she kissed Britney Spears.
Right.
That was like in 2002.
I know. Here, Whoopi Goldberg is angry that you watch The View, which I think is the best thing she could have possibly said. That Whoopi Goldberg is mad that other people watch The View. This is actually her complaint. She doesn't like that people watch The View.
Today, that's what they do. Does it still count as a win if you just vote on something that's already there? I don't know. You know, and this is the Judiciary Committee, right? So wouldn't it be better show of patriotism to be working on issues like police violence, mass shootings, prison reforms?
Maybe ask, and I've said this like 50,000 times, why the fucking hell is there so much crime?
Yeah.
Duh. If I see a whole bunch of police kicking the shit out of people, my first question isn't, why the hell are police so violent? Like, why the fucking hell are the police so
Why
active?
so much crime? Yeah. But again, the thing that's hilarious, though, is that Whoopi is literally angry that other people who are not lefties watch The View and then make fun of them. This is what she's got to get mad about here. It's hilarious.
You know, people, I don't know what it's going to take for them to recognize that people don't, we're not fooling around. The people in the United States are not fooling around. You wasted everybody's time suggesting your people do what they already do. What is this waste of time?
Well, you know, Samuel
You
Johnson.
look amazing. That's Louis fabulous on you, by the way.
Wanted the hair looks good. So Samuel Johnson, who was a famed literary figure, said in 1175, patriotism is the last refuge of the scoundrel. So the question is, what exactly is Gates seeking refuge from? So he presents. How much time do you have? Well, so in other words, we have to do the Pledge of Allegiance because he's hiding all of his sins. You know, and we know what they are. One of them is that he was for the insurrection. I mean, he's been accused of sexual trafficking, which he has now denied. I'll say that. He's an election denier, and these are the reasons that
of course, it's fine to deny the election or to go into a Capitol
especially in 2016.
Protest. Right, and go into the Capitol and protest if you are aligned to the left. But just ignore that. It's fine if we deny elections. It's fine if we storm capitals. Doesn't matter. But it's bad when you do it.
Well, they always say, let's wave the flag, rally around the flag when there's something to hide. And that's what he's doing.
And just so so everybody is clear, because, you know, Fox loves to come after us every day. They don't do their work. They come at us for doing what we're supposed to do, which was give you our opinion. That's the beautiful thing about America.
In other words, Whoopi Goldberg is fucking furious that Fox News covers the stupid shit that she says on The View. Just to translate that for you.
If it wasn't for the dumb shit that you say on the fucking View, Whoopi, no one would pay attention to you. The only time anyone pays any attention to the dumb shit you fucking bitches do is when you say really dumb shit and you go viral for saying said dumb shit.
Yeah, exactly.
In America, we can still each give our opinion. And you don't have to like it.
And I'm not allowed to give my opinion on a whole bunch of stuff because it's bad, nasty, wrong thing opinions.
Hey, it's just somebody's opinion. But I find that the people who are always saying, well, you know, they're we're not anti-America.
Yeah, you are.
The beauty of America is you can say, hey, this is what's wrong with America, and we can fix it. That's what they're supposed to be doing, instead of asking people to do what they already do every day, which is say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I have a way to solve crime.
Yeah.
It involves a word beginning with S and it ends with an N. It was advocated for by progressive, actually, by the name of Woodrow Wilson.
I know. I know what word you're talking about.
Oh, of course you do. I'm South African, of course you fucking would.
I'm trying to get through this quickly, but this is a good article, which I'll post here.
I mean, it would actually solve racism. That's the fucking fucked up
thing. Here's a. You guys want to read this article? Because I don't know how much we're going to get into.
Oh, that's a long fucking article.
Yeah, it's really long, so I don't think we're going to get into it. But it's how America took out the Nord Stream pipeline. I probably think we shouldn't get into it, but the Nord Stream pipeline, there has been new information essentially come out, which makes it look very heavily that America was responsible for it, right? And now we knew this months ago, But
Oh my God.
What?
Someone in the chat said the word is spoon.
Yeah, obviously the words. So I would.
Pretty good, actually.
This article is quite long, as you can see from Seymour Hersh. I'm not going to cover it, I think, because we're not going to have time. But check out this article. I've linked it. If you look, it's really looking like it's pretty definitive that America blew up Nord Stream 2.
Which is an act of war.
Yes, it should be an act of war.
Against Germany.
Yes, against Germany, but
because Germany owns the pipeline. It's owned by Gazprom.
Yep.
49% of the company, I think, is owned by 2 German companies, a Dutch, and I think a Swiss. I want to say.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's if America did this, which it looks like they did.
Russia is totally in the fucking right for wanting to fucking go gung-ho.
Yeah.
And I can't really blame... some of the shit that I've seen America do, I'm like, I don't want to say Putin has a point, but like, fucking hell.
Russia certainly, you could argue, has a point when America blows up the damn pipeline. Now, we called this stuff out. We called this stuff out because when this happened, however many months ago, we said, like, well, there was a bunch of American... there was an American ship there. They had been doing work in
training
deep
drills,
sea expeditions, like in that exact location just months beforehand.
Yeah.
So it looked really suspicious.
Wasn't suspicious at all. No.
But it seems now that, like, according to this article, that it's not
a bunch of people shared this, by the way.
Yes.
Michael Schellenberger, who did the original, he did one of the first 3 Twitter drops. Sargon fucking tweeted it, as did James
people
Lindsay.
need to look at this.
Yeah.
Is it like it's really, really strong evidence that what we thought was the case the whole time was in fact the case.
Hey,
this was a U.S. operation to blow up the Nord Stream pipeline.
Also, there's
fuck with Russia.
There's someone's opinion who I would like to hear again. Louis, if you're out there, can you do another stream with Sargon on the shit? Because your last one after the conversation that myself and Aiden had with Adam and Sitch, my God, it was so fucking nice listening to those two talking sense. Oh my God, it's fucking therapeutic that stream was.
So I've got some. All right, we have to talk about the balloon for a second. Like, again, this week has been so packed full of
retardation
stuff. So there was a Chinese spy balloon that flew over the United States for a week, essentially, like 3 or 4 days. Everyone knows about it. Everyone made memes about it. Here's Biden being asked. Oh my God. This is before State of the Union. I do have the State of the Union clips up. Why would the Chinese make such a brazen act? Here's what he says.
Tomorrow night, sir, and your foreign policy message.
Why the Chinese need to make such a brazen act floating across the entire continental United States? Because the Chinese government.
Is this change?
It's the Chinese government.
That's it. That's his
what
answer.
they do. Yeah, it's the Chinese government. That's his answer. There it is.
He's the most unserious and retarded president.
Well, I'll tell you who's the most unserious person on Twitter for a fucking couple of days is Bill Kristol over here, this lunatic. If the balloon had anti-black history messages stenciled on it, or if it were dropping anti-trans pamphlets down to earth, or if it were broadcasting denunciations of wokeness nonstop, MAGA would be pro-balloon. They would be welcoming the balloon. They'd be worshiping the balloon. Bill, you're absolutely out of your mind. And by the way, like the responses are everybody based Viva Fry making fun of him. Everybody just, are you insane? This is Liver and Spicer. I mean, I don't think Zuby, of course, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever read. It's so dumb, I'm writing my new video around them.
I think if you scroll down, you'll probably see mine.
I mean, hey, thank you, Bill. It's the dumbest comment I think I've ever fucking seen. Yeah, we'd be worshiping the fucking balloon. But I would say it's rare for me to see everybody on Twitter get along. All in agreement that Bill Kristol is a moron.
No, maybe Pirate.
Brian Cynical is pro-balloon for a different reason, Bill. Oh my gosh. If you don't know, Fire Cynical likes inflation just a little bit. Anywho. He's always picking on my boy Pyro. Not very nice. Anyway, this is, I think, maybe one of the dumbest tweets I've ever seen. One of the dumbest tweets I've ever seen. So the Dems have also claimed in the day since that there were 3 Chinese spy balloons that happened during the Trump administration. Well, I could just explain why that's an issue, because by the way, they're like walking it back now. They claimed it, but now they're walking it back again about the Chinese spy balloons. But instead, I'm going to let former DNI John Ratcliffe, Director of National Intelligence under Donald Trump, explain it. Because guess what? That doesn't make... I mean, do you guys remember when all the Chinese spy balloons were over the U.S.?
No.
And the Democrats all talked about it because they hate Trump, and they would have talked about anything that Trump did wrong? Oh, you don't remember it because it didn't fucking happen? Yeah, me too. Hang on. Oh.
Yeah, it's Rumble. Just give it a moment.
31 is all.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh, wait, is this not going to play?
On those exact drop bubonic plague onto San Francisco.
This will irritate the shit out of me if this doesn't play. Bill's talking about dropping bubonic plague onto San Francisco.
That was
no?
use of Unit 71,
Here we go.
the
Okay.
bioweapon Japanese.
Bill, it's hard to hear. Like, people can't hear you on there. Wait, come up here, and tell your balloon story.
Technology that is currently being used by the program originated from Unit 731. Unit 731 was the Japanese bioweapons division of the Japanese Imperial Government during World War II. They were using ceramic spheres filled with bubonic plague pathogen in an attempt to drop it over San Francisco and the western seaboard and the closing era of World War II. It did not come to pass because the cessation of conflict in World War II happened about 2 weeks prior to their implementation.
Right. So we have
And they were all hired as part of
Operation Paperclip. Okay, so there is a history, by the way, of people using balloons to transmit viruses and other forms of biological warfare.
If you look up this event on Wikipedia, cites 731 in the related document.
I'm not surprised by that. So we have history of this. Of course, balloons can deploy anything, but so we have we specifically know that this is a thing that could happen, and then
people who didn't come to work for the US, China.
Right, and there's also things about the balloons, like the balloon hovered over a bunch of nuclear missile silos for hours and hours. It had a trajectory that gave it all kinds of ability to access surveillance of a bunch of American military installations. And of course, what was always possible is what Bill just said, that why no one, people who were freaking out about it were told that we were crazy, but it's a very real possibility that the fucking balloon could have contained any kind of biological weapon. Mm-hmm. And it was just ignored by the goddamn Biden administration. Then they claim that their only claim is not that we didn't do anything. It's like, yeah, we didn't do anything, but Trump didn't do anything either. But it turns out that there's no fucking proof that ever happened whatsoever.
Why balloons explode? You don't need munition or fuel to drop a ceramic sphere full of pathogens.
Yeah, of course.
Vertically downward.
Yeah, of course.
Any disease in a ceramic sphere drop from a balloon will survive impact.
Yeah, so of course. But here's what I'm going to play this Fox News clip from the former DNI. What is it, Bill?
Ukrainian drones filled with chemical weapons.
Yeah, I did hear that. I don't have that in the show, but yeah, Ukrainians are using chemical weapons. But yeah, this is John Ratcliffe, former director of National Intelligence. Here's his opinion on the balloon that everyone was told, well, it happened under Trump a whole bunch of times. No one cared. Did it? No evidence of that. Go ahead.
DNI, John Ratcliffe. John, the Biden administration is trying to minimize this explosive situation in this past week, and the Department of Defense is claiming that there were 3 balloons, Chinese spy balloons, that entered the United States airspace during the Trump administration, and that they were not shot down and they were not disclosed. Can you please tell us the truth and if that's true?
Well, it's not true. I can refute it. Former Secretary of Defense Mark Esper refuted it yesterday. Former Secretary of State.
Right, this is just one video. Multiple people have come out from the intelligence community and said, like, that's insane. But let's just ask, like, you don't have to be in the intelligence community. Let's just ask the real ass question. 3 of these fucking balloons that everybody could see with the naked eye flew over the United States during the course of Trump's presidency and nobody noticed them? In the way that this balloon made constant national news, nobody noticed them. That's curious.
And CIA Director Mike Pompeo has refuted it. But Maria, the American people can refute it for themselves. Do you remember during the Trump administration when photographers on the ground and commercial airline pilots were talking about a spy balloon over the United States that people could look up and see even with the naked eye, and that a media that hated Donald Trump wasn't reporting?
Exactly.
I don't remember that either because
the media hated Trump. They would report on they would have absolutely chomped at the bit to get this story. But where we didn't hear anything about this for 3 years, and now we're being told after the fact, or for years we didn't hear about this, and now we're hearing many years after the fact, a couple years after the fact, that there were 3 different spy balloons, and we all just forgot about them? No, we didn't forget about them. Stop gaslighting.
Didn't happen. As I said to you earlier, this was unprecedented. We have never had a circumstance where an adversary has had spy craft over our country, our continental United States, posing a threat for the better part of a week straight. And that's why I said to you before, not only is it unprecedented, but the damage from this is incalculable, both from an intelligence standpoint and the possible payloads. You talked a little bit earlier about the different types of payloads that a stratospheric balloon could carry. Those possibilities are limited only by your imagination. But what we do know is none of those are possible to be deployed against the United States if a stratospheric balloon isn't allowed to traipse across our countryside for 4 straight days, something that has never happened before. But beyond that intelligence damage, Maria, the other thing is that the damage that it wasn't just 320 million Americans that were watching this balloon, paralyzed for a week. It was Russia. It was Iran. It was North Korea.
Precisely.
It was American adversaries.
Everybody
who also
else on
were
the planet just
surprised.
saw how fucking weak the United States was. That we could not do anything against this fucking balloon. And again, this claim that this happened 3 times under Trump, where?
It's bollocks, yeah.
Where was it? I didn't hear. I mean, I followed the news. I've been politically activated for years through the entirety of Trump's presidency. I didn't hear a single fucking word, not mum. It was complete mum about this. I didn't hear anything. You're trying to tell me that if Trump allowed 3 different Chinese spy balloons to hang around, it wouldn't have been national, international news? There's a reason why this is complete and utter gaslighting.
That this type of thing could happen and are frankly thrilled at the possibilities of what they could do to deploy the same type of stratospheric balloon or device over the continental mainland and have this kind of slow, weak, timid, late, frankly, terrible response by the Biden administration.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you don't have to necessarily believe John Ratcliffe, but I'm sorry, believe your own lying eyes and ears. Did you guys remember this happening? We're being told right now it happened and we all knew about it. I didn't fucking see it happen. I'm gonna play a couple clips now from Biden's State of the Union, of all of which are hilarious. I don't think we're gonna play them too long. They're all silly. So, because Biden just got made fun of. He got bullied and it was hilarious.
Oh, I made fun of this clip.
There's a father named Doug from Newton, New Hampshire. He wrote Jill, my wife, a letter, and me as well, about his courageous daughter, Courtney. A contagious laugh, his sister's best friend, her sister's best friend. He shared the story all too familiar to millions of Americans and many of you in the audience. Courtney discovered pills in high school. It spiraled into addiction and eventually death from a fentanyl overdose.
Do you believe this?
20 years old.
I don't know if the story's true or not, but it doesn't really matter.
But the thing is, when he talks like this, in this kind of a way, when he pauses and he talks like that,
it's so
it's
slow.
so corporate and it's so plastic.
It's extremely corporate.
It's very 90s politician.
Yes, and it might be a true story. I don't know, but there's a way to at least help deal with this.
Yeah.
He's talking about fentanyl, okay? Which is what all the Republicans yelled at him.
Describing the last 8 years without her, Doug said, "There's no worse pain." Yet their family has turned pain to purpose, working to end the stigma and change laws. He told us he wants to start a journey toward American recovery. Doug, we're with you. Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a year.
Close the border.
You got it.
Okay, you got it? That's what he said. People were yelling at him, close the border, and it's your fault.
That was Marjorie Taylor Greene who yelled that.
Yep. Yeah, and then they got mad at Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, how dare she shout at the president. Okay.
He's not the president. Yell all you fucking want.
Why are you talking about this if you're not going to do anything about it, right? Like, how are you gonna fix the fentanyl problem? What are you gonna do? Yeah. You're certainly not gonna close the border. That would be one way to stop fentanyl from coming over completely unmitigated. But you're not gonna do that now, are you, Joe?
No, because that would actually solve a fucking problem.
At least it would help, yeah. But you're not going to do that because you need to bring in people that you then allow to vote for you. I mean, they're gonna cheat anyway, but so that even though they're not American citizens, this is your Democrat plantation. You need constant immigrants who haven't realized how shit the Democrat Party is to constantly vote for you because they let them in the first place. That's what it's all about. It's not that confusing, not that tough.
Does anyone remember why democracy was good?
Well,
no, I mean,
I've been told many times, but I'm not seeing it in practice.
In the sale and trafficking, with more drug detection machines, inspection cargo, stop pills and powder at the border.
How about you just don't open the fucking border?
Working with couriers like FedEx to inspect more packages for drugs. Strong penalties to crack down on fentanyl trafficking. Second, let's do more on mental health, especially for our children. When millions
What's mental health gonna do for fentanyl? Dingus?
of young people are struggling with bullying, violence, trauma, we owe them greater access to mental health care at their schools. We must finally hold social media companies accountable for experimenting or running children for profit. There's time to pass
running children for profit. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what? Hey, hang on, what did he say here, though?
For experimenting or running children for profit.
Experimenting or running children for profit. Don't know what that means.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Who has any idea?
There's time to pass bipartisan legislation to stop big tech from collecting personal data on our kids.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's going completely off the rails, but I mean, I would kind of agree, but what are you talking about? You are totally aligned with big tech.
Yeah.
Your entire shit is aligned with big tech, that we need to control it. U.S. government, not when it's Republicans.
If it wasn't for big tech, you wouldn't be fucking president, you shithead.
Exactly.
And teenagers online. Ban targeted advertising to children and impose stricter limits on the personal data.
The ban targeting advertising to children is already in place. It's called COPPA. Idiot. God, he's such a fucking moron.
This is like when Grandpa finds out what electricity is.
I know. So I'm going to be going about a bunch of different clips around the places. So here he gets confused. He doesn't know the name of the Ukrainian ambassador. So we've spent over $100 billion.
Billion with a B.
With a big B on Ukraine. And he doesn't know the name of the Ukrainian ambassador. Here we go.
He doesn't know his own name.
Ukrainian people tonight. Obviously. We're once again joined by Ukraine's ambassador to the United States. She represents not just her nation, but the courage of her people. Our ambassador is here.
Dude, that was fucking painful. That was like...
That actually like made my like butthole like just go up inside my body. It's so cringe, it hurts.
Can I be honest? I don't think he forgot her name. I think he doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Why not both?
Or that, yeah.
We're united in our support of your country. Will you stand?
Oh, she does not look happy. Well, I guess she looks alright now, but he doesn't even know your fucking name. Oh my god.
I would feel so unbelievably disrespected.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna stand with you.
I should know your fucking name.
As long as it takes.
But he doesn't.
As long as it takes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's not your fucking money being spent, it's taxpayers' money.
Harry is screaming about Xi Jinping, which is bizarre because you're owned by the Chinese Communist Party, but isn't it like his screaming about it is weird.
He's grown weaker, not stronger. Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping. Name me one.
Yeah, because he's the best, right? Well, isn't he saying here, like, name me a world leader who would trade places with him?
Yeah, Trudeau. You.
Yeah, I guess so.
Name me one.
Why the hell are you
America's rallying. Autocracy's grown weaker, not stronger. Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping.
It's whatever.
So many of them.
What makes me cringe harder, Biden forgetting a name or dropping the F-bomb. I did cringe at myself for doing that. I hate Joffrey. And I was kind of pissed off with the entire continuation of, whatever. We've talked about it already. Uncle Joe starts screaming again. Here we go.
Why does he do this, by the way?
He thinks it makes him look tough.
I
think he's also just demented. Oh, it's just not. I've been having problems with the Gateway Pundit videos tonight. I was just watching this earlier on the Gateway Pundit. Here we go.
Folks, as you all know, we used to be #1 in the world in infrastructure. We've sunk to 13th in the world.
I wonder
the United
why.
States of America, 13th
so mad
in the world in infrastructure, modern infrastructure. But now we're coming back because we came together and passed a bipartisan infrastructure law, the largest investment in infrastructure since President Eisenhower's interstate highway system.
He sounds drunk almost.
On power,
Like
maybe.
he's so mad. Like Ham saying for two says, "What in God's holy name are you blathering about?" Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, he's so demented
Incoherent, yeah.
and incoherent. Yeah. Okay, this one's funny.
You play the oil one?
Like, I have the oil ones last. 'Cause
Oh, the oil one is so fucking good. I just went like, dude, that's the fucking dumbest thing you've said in the night.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's really goddamn done. Again, sorry these are taking a little bit to load, but
No, fuck it, these are funny.
There's also a PolitiFact fact check. In the State of the Union, Biden said 30 million workers had to sign a non-compete agreement when they took a job. So a cashier at a burger place can't cross the street, take the same job at another burger place to make a couple bucks more. Even PolitiFact, which is owned by the Democrat Party, had to say, actually, that's not true. You can work at a burger joint and then quit and go work at another burger joint.
Yeah, no shit.
No shit, but that's not what Biden says here.
But not anymore. We're beginning to restore the dignity of work. For example, I should have known this, but I didn't until 2 years ago. 30 million workers have to sign non-compete agreements with the jobs they take. 30 million. So a cashier at a burger place can't walk across town and take the same job at another burger place and make a few bucks more. It just changed.
Everyone
It
is
just
laughing
changed.
and grumbling because it's nonsense.
Because we exposed it. That was part of the deal, guys. Look it up. But not anymore. We're banning those agreements so companies have to compete for workers and pay them what they're worth.
Isn't it funny that Trump didn't have to
What?
do any of this shit and Trump
But
had
this
a
is
much better
insane.
economy?
Yeah. Real quick, Kizza says, fact check the USA was founded by and built by the English imperialism, and history proves the English are superior at nation building. Kizza says, me and my niece, when we arrive at the Grammys, play with no sound for copyright. Yeah, we've played it before, but I'll play it real quick because it is a cute video. It is a cute. Doo-doo.
Ah, fuck.
I think actually there's no problem with the copyright on the sound. When the Doom music starts, yeah. Of course, this video is adorable. Rip and tear, yeah. I have to, yeah, the problem is the Doom music. But it is a great video. This is Kissa and his niece, of course. Which is very you got a couple more Biden things to go through. He mispronounces Tyree Nichols' name.
course he does.
Which is, of course,
Take the words of Tyler's mom.
Tyler's mom. Just to replay it again real quick, because if you don't blink, you'll miss it, right?
Let's commit ourselves to make the words of Tyler's mom true. Something good must come from this. Something good.
God, I could make a horrible joke right now.
And all of us.
And they all stand and clap. Well, he just pronounced that kid's name wrong. He has a weird thing about refrigerators and cell phones getting laid off. I mean, I don't know about that, but I apparently, according to Biden, refrigerators.
But American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't enough chips.
American automobiles. Hang on. American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't enough chips.
But American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't
I see.
There's no way in hell I could put that on YouTube.
Hell no.
Like, no.
Car prices went up.
Here we go, though. Okay.
Enough chips. Car prices went up. People got laid off. So did everything from refrigerators to cell phones. But American...
Like, I know it's taken a little bit out of context, but like, it just, he says doesn't make any sense. It always is a giant meme.
Also, all the shit happened under his administration.
I know. Now he's gonna blame Trump on January 6th for the Pelosi hammer time
thing of
issue.
all.
Oh,
We
God,
covered
really?
it the other week. Yeah.
I gotta hear this.
Democracy. Everything's possible. Without it, nothing is.
Oh, come on.
The last few years...
Loser.
God, I fucking hate democracy.
Oh, me too. Real quick, Dreadnought for 5 says, Madonna, Everyday, or Lizard Overlords are less able to hide themselves. Yeah, probably true. And Lance for 5 says, I wish we lived in the fantasy world that leftists like to pretend we currently live in. After so many years of pain, I just want to repay the favor. Yeah, true, to be honest.
Our democracy has been threatened and attacked, put at risk, put to the test in this very room on January
By
the 6th.
bureaucrats.
And then just a few months ago, an unhinged big lie, assailed and unleashed a political violence, the home of the then Speaker of the House of Representatives, using the very same language the insurrectionists.
Huh?
What the fuck?
He's, relating Jan 6 to...
the very same language the insurrectionists use. What the fuck? Which was? I'm waiting for Nancy.
That's why the hammer time happened.
Used as they stalked these halls and chanted on January
Go ahead and
6th.
pretend to cry. You can't squeeze a tear out of those dry-ass old lids, Nancy. Don't even pretend.
Yeah.
Tonight in this chamber,
And even if you could, the Botox would block them.
Yeah.
Scars of that brutal attack, but is as tough and as strong, as resilient as they get. My friend Paul Pelosi. Paul, stand up.
This is so
You're not even a member of Congress. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I took that man's dick and his hammer.
Oh, whoa! Oh my god, look at the schnoz on this dude! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoa! I've never seen Paul Pelosi's side profile. Jesus!
There's a reason for that.
I mean, wow, look at that honker. That man... He puts Ricada to shame. Wow, that's a large schnoz, my dude. I mean, jeez.
But such a heinous act should have never happened. We must all speak out. There's no place for political violence in America.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're cool with it, like in Oklahoma, right? Then it's fine.
We have to protect the right to vote, not suppress the fat fundamental right.
The fat
Honor the
fundamental
results
right?
of our
Did you
elections,
say
not
the
subvert
fat
the will of
fundamental
people.
right?
Yes, you did. You did. The fat fundamental right. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's true. It's a true clown world we live in.
Go on.
We have to uphold the rule of law and restore trust in our institutions of democracy. And we must give hate and extremism in any form no safe harbor.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Well, let me show you what it means. I actually have I know what it means, Spoon. I'm gonna tell you what it means. Here's what it means.
Oh, we must not platform hate.
The Jansen. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, okay. I wasn't necessarily gonna bring this up, but here's what it means. It means this. Here's a January 6th defendant, John Mellis, who's been held without trial in solitary for 2 years, no bond. In solitary for 1 year, 2 years, no visitation right. He shared a video. I don't know how he got this out. I really don't know. I'm a little weary about that. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, okay, so you can see him here. Filling up his water bottle. It's brown.
Burnt St. John's Church.
The water he's supposed to
forced
drink.
President Trump to be evacuated to an underground bunker. The next day, the mainstream media and Democrats only laughed at President Trump. No Democrat experienced the inhumane and unconstitutional conditions we J6ers have endured for 2 years.
There's his water.
1 year of solitary confinement, 2 years denied visitation. We live under threat by violent and hateful correctional officers. We deal with black mold, brown drinking water, rats, and cockroaches. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Look, I don't know if this is true, but that's incredibly fucked. Now we do
I don't
know
know
for
how
a
did he get
fact that
such a
these
good
people.
camera.
Yeah, I don't know how he was able to film it. It wasn't very good, but I don't know how he was able to film any of that. The reality is, though, that these people have not seen trial. That part we know for true, 100%. That part's not under question. People have been held in cells for 2 years with no representation, with no ability to get out. It's. I'm sorry,
It's Gulag Soviet shit.
But that's him. That's the January 6th. January 6th, the worst thing ever. So we need to treat American citizens like that. No bond, no ability to fight back, solitary for a year. Sickening. Here's the oil claim that made everybody laugh.
$200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells and all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them?
No, okay, stop.
We're going to need oil for at least another decade.
Yep.
Biden, before the fucking election, you were saying no more oil. We're gonna stop drilling. We're gonna have no more new oil. And then as soon as you get in fucking office, they go like, "Oh, the hell are the companies no longer drilling oil? Because you said you're gonna shut down the industry. You fucking aging retard."
Precisely. And now he's like, "Oh no, why? What's happening with the oil industry that I said I was going to dismantle?" And now he's gonna say here is that it's gonna be we have 10 more years of reliance on oil at least, and he is like everyone's laughing I think because it's gonna be at least 10 more years.
It's gonna be at least 100.
It's because it's ridiculous.
You're not going to get rid of oil. Like I'm telling you right now, this fucking bullshit crap of we're going to win in solar. We're not going to have nuclear fucking power for everything for the next century. No fucking way in hell.
It'd be great if we were using nuclear, but they refuse to use nuclear because there is no big nuclear lobby in the way that there is big wind and there's big green, right? So they're going to go for big green, and they're going to go, and that's what they're being. That's who funds them. That's who lobbies for the Democrats is big green energy. Nobody lobbies for nuclear, even though nuclear is the safest and most efficient energy source that we have available to us right now. And I would much rather go with nuclear, but we're not allowed to because of lobbying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both for coal and oil and for green. And the Democrats are thoroughly in the pocket of green, and the right is thoroughly in the pocket of coal and oil and natural gas.
I'd rather go with the coal and oil, actually.
I would too, but I would rather have nuclear energy. I would rather have nuclear energy by far. The evidence, the data are clear that nuclear is the safest and cleanest and most efficient.
See, and beyond that, we're going to need it. Production.
They laughing at him that they're going to get rid of oil and
yeah,
because it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
they had in fact invested in the production to keep gas prices down. Instead, they used the record profits to buy back their own stock.
I wonder why.
Rewarding their CEOs and shareholders. Corporations ought to do the right thing. That's why I propose we quadruple the tax on corporate stock buybacks and encourage long.
He's just a joke. He's an absolute joke. Here's a delusional response from Joy Reid. You sent me this one.
I think it's interesting. President Biden's superpower is that he's a regular person.
He's just a regular person. He's not a senile, delusional old man. He's a regular person. Thanks, Joy Reid.
It is the sort of fact that he isn't an unusual sort of politician-y politician. So a long speech from him is interesting because it'll be more conversational than what you get with the great oratory of an Obama. It's not going to be like...
Oh my God, what is this quote? A long speech from him will be more conversational than from a great oratory like Obama.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
It was still an hour long.
It was also still boring as fuck.
Well, they're always fuck, but it was still full of gaffes. Because it always is, as we're going over right now.
Pounding you over the head like you get with, Trump. It's just something different. So it's interesting to see how he does craft it. He does try to kind of soar a little bit because this is the biggest audience he'll probably get.
Right, he's been a politician,
Since the
Ziggy Mac
70s.
said, he's been a politician for over 50 years.
Yeah.
He's just,
He
there's nothing
sucks at it.
special about this.
Yeah.
Right? For the year.
Now and announcing he's running for re-election.
That's exactly right.
God, Joy Reid is such a stupid bitch.
Joy Reid is
Jesus.
insufferable. But Pelosi also gave Biden a verbal blowy.
Oh, God, I still have to do a video on this.
Joe Biden is a person of vision, knowledge, judgment,
I'm surprised
strategic
he can actually see so old.
He doesn't.
thinking
He
to get
doesn't.
the job done.
He doesn't have any of that.
No, of course not. This is pure
Most
autofellatio.
people think
Well,
he's not
autofellatio.
even in fucking
It's audio
charge.
fellatio. Yeah, I know. She's just fellating him. It's sick. Pathetic.
remarkable 2 years. A remarkable 2 years.
Then
And
why is he so
How has it been
unpopular?
remarkable? Right.
Why is he so
I mean,
unpopular?
The most positive outlooks on Joe's popularity is at 41%. Those are on the ones that are totally skewed towards the left.
Yes.
They put him at 41%. The realistic ones put him at more like 17. So, I mean, your most favorable, even from leftist outlets, like extreme leftist outlets, put him at 41%.
More than 52% of the country, more than 52% of Democrats don't want him to run again. So if he's so great, why is everyone saying get the fuck out?
Yep.
Is it because
Good
he's
question.
old and senile as fucking shit?
Yeah, no one likes him.
Is it
You
because
chose
Trump
the most
would kick?
unlikable dude.
Is it because Trump in a head-to-head match is like 3 or 4 points ahead of him? And if Trump were to do a head-to-head match, all Trump has to do is just go, do you remember when I was running the country? You didn't have skyrocketed inflation. We weren't an embarrassment on the world fucking stage. Petrol was fucking cheap. The fucking food was cheap. We didn't have a fucking egg shortage or a fucking...
Oh, right. Oh, my
yeah.
God. The egg shortage. I have an article about that. I don't know if I want to get into
or
it.
the
but,
baby
like,
formula shortage. You know, we didn't have
Right.
no new wars.
Oh,
I
do
wasn't
wanna cover
sending
that-
$50 fucking billion every
I do
2
wanna
or 6 months to
cover that
fucking
egg
Ukraine.
shortage thing real quick. Let's watch Nancy for a second here. And I want to cover the egg
I am
shortage
sleepy
thing.
as shit, by the way.
Can you give me 20 minutes?
15.
Slap yourself awake. I got a couple things I want to.
I'll slap you if you tell me to slap myself away.
We're wrapping up, but I want to cover a couple more things. All right.
Sleepy spoon.
Watch the video. Maybe we'll do it on Saturday. Okay. Saturday. Yeah.
Sleepy spoon.
connects very empathetically with the American people.
No, he
so
fucking
I
doesn't.
hope he runs.
Who empathetically connects with Joe Biden? With nonsense.
Every
I'm
time
for
he
him if he
goes into
runs,
public
and I-
spaces, first of all, when he was running, you could get like 30 people into a fucking stadium. He has no support. If he goes out in public, people heckle him and call him fucking names because he's a moron.
Yeah, because he's a moron.
Know that the Democrats will fully embrace him. If he runs, it's over.
I agree. It will be over
Yeah,
because
it
Trump
is
will
over.
win.
It is over. I want to cover this egg thing really quickly. Like, I don't know how much I want to get into it. I want to then watch because what people also forget is that the squad had a giant freak out this last week over Rashida Tlaib, or not Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, which was hilarious. So this article, though, this was in the Washington Post. This is the most gaslighting article, maybe one of the most gaslighting articles I've ever read. Why eggs are cheaper than you think. If you can't help cringing at the price of eggs, remember that your ancestors would have declared you rich beyond their dreams. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here's the TLDR of the
Oh,
article,
be thankful
right?
you're not a peasant anymore, but you
Is that
can't
be
afford
thankful-
shit.
Right. Is that, wow, be thankful.
Fuck you, Washington Post, you
That's
cunts.
all it is. That's the whole fucking argument, is that in 1901, the average family spent 42.5% of its budget on food. According to economist Deirdre McCloskey, a typical middle-class household devoted about 44 hours per week to preparing food.
Yeah, and
By
then we spent
2021
100 fucking years of economic development so that we don't have those same fucking problems we had 100 years ago, you stupid son of a bitch.
She's literally... Megan McArdle in this article is literally
Of course,
comparing...
it's written by a fucking woman.
Obviously, is literally comparing modern economic standards to those of 1901.
Literally before the First World
years
War.
ago. 120 years ago, and saying like, well, people couldn't afford eggs were expensive then. So it's fine for eggs to be expensive now because they were expensive, 100 years ago. You absolute loon. Absolute loon. Nobody is like the way that they try to run defense for this is just completely nuts. It's delusional. So real quick, just to cover the squad meltdown as we wrap the stream here. The squad's melting down. Vote against Ilhan Omar does a disservice to Jews and the fight against anti-Semitism. Republicans postured a disavow of hate feels awful cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Given it was a riot incited by Trump. Like, okay, this is the USA Today. They're completely left-leaning.
Oh, this is the video that this one I sent you.
I don't know if I said the article, but I do have some videos on that.
I did a video on this, and it was just on the first fucking line. I didn't even read the article.
Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's ever flirtatious with his party's fanatic wing gave the ultimate gift Thursday, stripping Representative Ilhan Omar a lightning rod for far-right ire of her congressional committee assignments.
Can we just pause at the irony of that statement?
Why now?
Because you're talking about Ilhan Omar, which is the fringe of the fucking left, you stupid bitch. This is why I stopped reading news, because this is all you fucking read, and this is garbage mind virus fucking crap.
Yes. So what were Ilhan Omar's anti-Semitic remarks? Ilhan took to Twitter in 2019 to criticize AIPAC, the American Israeli Public Affairs Committee, a powerful political lobby aimed at bolstering U.S. support for the state of Israel. But in her post, she implied lobbyists were paying lawmakers, quipping, "It's all about the Benjamins." The outrage was swift on both sides of the aisle. Democrats and Republicans alike characterized their remarks as hurtful, playing into a well-worn trip about Jews and money. Ilhan Omar then apologized.
Yeah, that's the one thing that will unite the right and the left is fucking Jews. Wonder why.
And so the world moved on, but why haven't Republicans? The answer is that it's an act. They don't care about anti-Semitism just as they don't care about their other strains of religious and ethnic hate, anti-Muslim bias. Okay, so whatever. Ilhan Omar made an apology, but they want to get her removed from this committee because this is not the first fucking thing that Ilhan Omar has said. It's not the only thing she's said that's been anti-Semitic or implicitly anti-Semitic.
Yep.
Some people did some things, okay? Like she has she's
that was
a
9/11,
Muslim
wasn't
woman
it?
who's been pretty clear that she doesn't really like the Jews. Okay? She's been pretty clear about it. Now,
She also doesn't like America.
No, she hates America too, I'd say. But so I confess, as a Jewish person, of course, the writer, I was not deeply offended by Omar's remarks. I assumed she was referring to the lobbyist monies. Yeah, but guess what? Other Jews were offended by her remarks. Ding dong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the thing. She said, some people said some things. Ilhan Omar has continually made it seem like she doesn't like Jewish people.
That's because she doesn't.
And the far left freaked fuck out to defend their girl. And I have to say, I just want to watch these for a minute. Congresswoman, these are amazing.
It's so
you
much
can
cringe.
watch them. They all put on their black scent. They put on their we're all gonna become
sisters,
Baptist ministers here for a minute to defend our girl in Congress, and it's amazing. This is Rashida Tlaib.
Censor Congresswoman Omar in the same week. They introduced a bill to ban federal employees from engaging in censorship. Where are the free speech warriors today?
I hate this. The left constantly tries to destroy free speech, and then anytime anyone does anything against the left, they go, "Where's the free speech warriors?" Well, you don't defend our free speech. We defend yours. And then you get mad when you're like, "Take away our free speech, take away our free speech," and then go, "Where's our defense? Where's our defense of our free speech when we get in trouble for doing something?" No, fuck off. Excuse you, fuck off. No,
your
there's none
standards
for
you're being
you.
held to now.
You don't believe in free speech. You don't believe in free speech, so why should we defend you?
The hypocrisy is obvious to the American people. You are showing who you all are, really.
Go ahead and cry.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Will not be silenced.
Yes,
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Congressman Omar, I am
gentlewoman's
so
time
sorry,
has
sis,
expired.
that our country is failing you today through this chamber.
Try harder, bitch.
You belong
The
in that
gentleman is no
committee.
longer recognized, and the gentleman from Mississippi is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I reserve.
I mean, what a loser. You're literally crying. You're an adult.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, says our country's failing you. Sit down and shut the fuck up.
You're a congresswoman. You're crying.
Here's
AOC. Here's
AOC's
AOC
is
acting
fucking
like
funny.
Yeah, here's her acting like she's Martin Luther King.
Tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks.
I'm so glad that
The
the
fucking
person
organ.
put the organ music behind this. She really needed it.
When you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you. Don't.
Your life wasn't threatened. You were like in a different fucking building.
I know she was. Here's AOC also using the Vosh term. I did mention it earlier, but here it is.
It's uncomfortable serving with people who engage in what many experts deem stochastic terrorism, which is the incitement of violence in a which is an incitement of violence using digital means and
no, that's not what terrorism is. Go ahead, try to explain it better.
That's a great pause, by the way.
large platforms, so that individual themselves may not be the one that's wielding a weapon.
Face is like, what the fuck is
That's
this
not what
bitch talking
stochastic
about?
terrorism is. Stochastic terrorism is when you malign a public figure or a certain person so that such to the point that other people will attack them without being directly directed to do so. Specifically directed to do so. That's what stochastic terrorism is. You create a situation where you say, would be a really bad thing if something bad happened to that person, and then you malign them. That's stochastic terrorism. What you just said, AOC, is not at all the definition of stochastic terrorism. I know you picked that term up from Vosh, or Vosh picked it up from you or something, but that's the actual definition. I don't think stochastic terrorism necessarily really exists, but that's the definition.
I will say well done whoever did her
what you said.
eyebrows.
What about her eyebrows?
I said well done to whoever did her eyebrows.
Yeah, they look pretty good. They're a bit on fleek right there. Actually, Spoon, you know what? We've gone through my entire list.
Seriously?
Besides the CRT debate that we're not.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We can do it on
Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably
Only I had
Saturday.
one thing about the MTG blasting Yoel Roth over Twitter censorship, but it's real quick.
It's really annoying that I can't see his face.
Who?
Because I can't see his face in this thing.
Now, here's something that disgusts me about you. In your doctoral dissertation entitled Gay Data,
Yeah.
you
Oh
argue
my God, did we read Gay Data? I read it, but like his dissertation. But it's
I read
literally
some
titled
of it.
Gay Data. Goddamn.
that minors should have access to Grindr, an adult male gay hookup app. Minors? Really? You know,
Based
Elon
on
Musk
MTG.
took over Twitter and he banned 44,000 accounts that were promoting child porn. You permanently banned my Twitter account, but you allowed child porn all over Twitter.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you.
Twitter had become a platform, you said, connecting queer young adults. You also wrote on Twitter in 2010, can high school students ever meaningfully consent to sex with their teachers? In 2021, while you were the director of trust and safety on Twitter, an underage boy and his mother announced a lawsuit against Twitter because Twitter was benefiting from and refused to remove a lewd video featuring this boy and another minor.
Yep, thank you. So this is what we actually need to be worried about. Not Eliza Blue.
How the
This
fucking
stuff.
hell is he not arrested?
I don't know. But this is what we need to be worried about. This stuff. This stuff is what we need to be worried about on Twitter. Not Eliza Blue getting upset that she was consensually
Timmy
in
Boy
fucking
said
music
mean
videos.
things about Jeremy,
Jeremy said mean things about Tim.
but they were justified.
This is the actual goddamn issue.
I'm gonna send for Jeremy.
This is the actual goddamn issue.
Like
Eliza Blue is someone who is grifting off of it. This is the real issue. Marjorie Taylor Greene just brought up there is the real damn issue. Anywho, that's the show. That's all I had to do besides the video that I think we'll do on the weekend.
Oh my
that
God,
video,
we
I
actually
watched
went
a little
through
bit of it, and
everything.
it's nuts. Thank you guys so much for.
Is this the first time we've actually done through the whole thing?
We've gone through everything I had on my list. Yeah.
Holy
Besides
fuck.
the video, yeah, that I didn't. It's 30 minutes. I figured it would actually take us like probably like 2 hours to go through that 30-minute video.
And probably more than 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So
because you should prepare and get booze for that, by the way.
Yeah, it's what you told me.
Yeah.
So we'll do okay. So this weekend, then, because I'm really sorry for Christopher Everard. I did tell him he'd be on this week, but the week was so massive and all stuff happened. So this weekend we'll try to have Christopher Everard on to begin. I should say. We're
gonna subject him to that.
If Christopher feels like it, but he doesn't have to. To bring on.
He was
to
really bad.
His stuff and talk about his story, because his story is there's some really fucked up shit that's happened. The media has maligned him as they do fucking everybody, and it's nightmarish. Terrible things happen to Christopher. And I know I've been putting him off, which is not. I'll just other things popping up, but we'll see. Now it sounds like we're gonna have time to do a video or a stream this weekend on Saturday. We usually do our extra streams, because I don't want to stream over Adam and such. So we'll do a stream this Saturday.
Hold on.
Kizzer really wants to do a car stream.
Wait, hold on. I have to look at something quick. Just before. Oh fuck! This. Wait a minute. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't think is there any matches this week?
What? Oh, games?
Yeah. When's playing? Okay, 4 o'clock. I can probably do like 7.
What?
In I don't know, in the evening.
Oh, on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, Saturdays. That's fine. What? We do normal time, 8:30.
Yeah, okay, that would be good. Because I was looking like, I forgot this rugby.
Yeah, we'll do it at 8:30 as we normally do. We'll cover that the video, which was what was it again?
Yes. This CRT one.
The CRT video, yeah.
With Ronald Martin, dude, it's fucking bad.
It's,
my
from what I saw,
God.
it was terrible.
Dude,
So,
I know the person who's in it, and I'm like, if you thought Pac-Man was fucking bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Damn.
So we'll watch the CRT interview, about 35 minutes long, and we'll have on Christopher Everard to talk about his story.
Someone
so
said
that will be.
if we get a costume, we need a rugby stream. The rugby thing would be pointless because the audience is overwhelmingly Yankee, and I am like the only person that likes rugby.
I don't think that's true. I think our audience is actually very heavily split of Europeans and non-Europeans.
And also, I'm like the only person here who likes sports.
The only thing I would also ask for those of you who are still around is, do you guys want to watch me stream Hogwarts Legacy? Like I said earlier, I don't really
You're gonna piss off trans people.
Well, I don't.
So absolutely do it.
I don't care
yes.
at all. I don't care a single amount about that.
That's why you should do it.
I don't really, like I said earlier, I don't really like playing streaming games because if it's a game I've never played before, if it's a game I've played before, it's kind of okay. But I'm not very I'm weirdly, autistic, and it's difficult for me to get used to new gameplay mechanics. I know for a fact that me struggling to get used to new controls would really piss people off. So I don't know. I just know it would. I know because I'm slow. I'm slow on the up right on new gameplay mechanics. So I don't want to name my character Sam Hyde.
Someone said that's because we're not gay, Spoon, so we don't like sports. No, it's because you're overweight and you don't like sports.
It just takes me a long time to get used to new gameplay mechanics. I have to every time I have to learn new game, it takes me quite a few minutes, quite a while. Try about being bad at a new game. Yeah, because some people are like perfect at stuff instantly, and I know for a fact that I'm not. It takes me a long time to get used to new control schemes. It just does, and I'll probably suck at it. And also, I'll be completely honest about something, is that if I'm having a hard time with a game, I'll just use a cheat engine. Like, if the game is getting that difficult for me, I'll just use a cheat engine, and I'm not even gonna lie about it. I don't do it in like city builder games, because that's my city builder, and like 4X games. Obviously, I don't use cheat engines in, because that
You sound like you just want the reason to not do it.
No, again, like if it's a 4X game or a city builder, which is my favorite type of game, the games that I like to play city builders, 4X, and I like strategy games, and I don't like to use cheat engines in that. But like if I'm playing a game where it's more first person or something, and it requires me to have some kind of like skill that I just don't have, yeah, I'll use a cheat engine. Yeah, you called me a cheater. I don't give a shit. I really don't care. I'm an adult. I'm 32 years old. I don't give a fuck about using a cheat engine at this point. If it's to help me get past a point in the game where I'm struggling with, I'll just do that. And that's why I also don't care about these fucking people, losers on Kotaku, who complain about games being too hard. Just go download a cheat engine, you fucking loser. God damn. Yeah, play Roller Coaster Tycoon? Yeah, I've played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon. And every Tycoon game. But, yeah, I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could. I could play the Harry Potter game. I don't want to be judged. I guess I'm gonna be. If you guys want to see it, I don't know which I'll do it on my second channel, which is this is definitely my third channel. So I do have a second channel called Altana Vault, like a vault, VAULT, and maybe I'll stream it over there, like because I don't know where else I'd want to show this stuff all that. It's lame. I mean, this is kind of the shitpost channel, but I don't want to totally shitpost over here. Anyway, we'll think about it. Thank you all for showing up, though, and thank you so much for the incredibly generous donation. I hope that we covered everything, mostly copacetically. And we'll see you all next week or whenever. Well, on Saturday, sounds like. See you all on Saturday to an extended